get it every second, every minute. Counting chicken every hour, clocking ticket. If that don't work, I'm in your spot, cocking sticking. I told my kids that he gon' make it in the Guinness. I gotta get it every second, every minute. Counting chicken every hour, clocking ticket. If that don't work, that semi-automatic clicking. I'm on a mission, I need millions in the ceiling. I need a lot before it's said and done. A big house, car lot like Sanford and Son. I hustle hard cause growing up we never had shit. Just Section 8, welfare and some damn wig. But I understand it, the streets is in a panic. Blocks full of havoc, drunks stuck from the static. They give us guns and drugs and wonder why the fuck we thugs. Since birth we taught to throw slugs, never to show our brother love. A conscious nigga in a state of unconsciousness. The secret identity helped me move across the metropolis. It's not an entity with the confidence to come topple this. My grind infinity and beyond to come as a compliment. I gotta get it every second, every minute. Counting chicken every hour, clocking ticket. If that don't work, I'm in your spot, cocking sticking. I told my kids that he gon' make it in the Guinness. I gotta get it every second, every minute. Counting chicken every hour, clocking ticket. If that don't work, that semi-automatic clicking. I'm on a mission, I need millions in the ceiling. Yeah. I want to welcome you to the solid as the alley I'm in, LP. Yeah. PT. Mr. True Feelings. Nah, they ain't ready. Everything that I know, I learned it on Mela Ave. Wake up and thank the man. Every morning on Mela Ave. Everything that I am, I got it from Mela Ave. I was taught to go get the bag. Steady grinding on Mela Ave. They out of shape. No squares allowed around us. Too tender to pound us. The beef it get ground up. Your head on the plate. To see how you frowned up. Toss the body, he drowned up. Regulate when they mount up. And they gon' swear they get it, but I swear they missed it. Think they spit and check these linguistics. Sky's on, watch how we flip it. This is my home. No shoes went in it, nigga face facts. Cleaning up shop past the Ajax. Back to base and past the A-tracks. Outcast, yelling Dre's back. Reincarnated, call me A-stacks. Stank on you, if I plank on you, feel like a tank on you. Keep it meek, I put a Drake on you. Tell them count up, drop a bank on you. I'm the greatest, nigga. Like Neo fighting all them ages, nigga. Real life, you in the Matrix, nigga. I'm here to end your life like I made you, nigga. The Cretaceous period. Man, yo, girl. She was happy to meet me. Smiling. Gray sweats when she seen me. Staring straight at my meet me. It's like I turned Bobby V on. The way she let me be. Windows to the wall. Then I ski. You can take it at face value. Turn the bass up and face the volume. Pretty girls in their hall of life. You would think they was facing volume. Walking straight out of Smitty's liquor. With a whole fifth of Henny, nigga. We done socked out plenty niggas. Got ammo for any nigga. Everything that I know, I learned it on Mela Ave. Wake up and thank the man. Every morning on Mela Ave. Everything that I am, I got it from Mela Ave. I was taught to go get the bag. Steady grinding on Mela Ave.
All right, how y'all out there doing today? You are all tapped into G's Mystery Show, Our World Revealed. It is Friday. I know you guys want to see what's going on out here, don't you? Yeah, so let's go ahead and let them see. How you all doing out there? Again, this is G's Mystery Show. I am live and direct. Ain't that King Erner's words? I'm here with the one and only
5DZ, the most electrifying man in streets and neighborhoods. What it do?
Hey man, I'm all right, man. How was your weekend? Or I would you say, how about your week? Cause the weekend is what, tomorrow?
Oh man, it was lovely, man. You know, those little stimulus came through. You know what I'm saying? So yeah,
The stimulus is there, huh?
Yeah.
I heard that.
Yeah, baby mama, wifey, yeah, everybody, woo wee.
Got to enjoy it.
Yeah, putting it to good use.
Yeah, something I didn't get to do. I didn't get no stimulus. No enjoyment for me. Didn't get to spend it all on weed and Jordans. Ain't that what's going on out here in the world today? Weed and Jordans. We also got my boy in here in the mystery bunch. Nate's here. You know what I mean? Chilling. Vibing. We definitely going to go ahead and try to have a good night tonight. Definitely got a great lineup of topics to talk about.
Right.
It's called let's talk about it. It's nothing too deep. Then again, it probably will be deep for those that know how we get down. So I also want to give a big shout out to Africa. 5. Do you know that Africa is supporting us?
Man, I got wind of that, man. Yeah.
Man,
Yeah.
we are actually topping charts out there in Africa for some reason. I mean, they actually have us down as number 16 ranked in news.
Yeah, that's what's up. Big shout out to Africa, man.
That's what's up. And I want you guys to pay attention to what I just said. I said they have us in 16 in news, not nonfiction, not entertainment, news. So that means they're actually listening to what we're saying. That means we must be talking about something that's actual and factual. You know what I mean, jelly beans out there? We are definitely doing what we need to do, and we are definitely making sense. So, America, it is about time you guys catch on. And if not, why don't you guys go ahead and cash out me? If you don't want to support that way, support by the funds, man, and help the show stay on the air and help us go out here and maintain and make this a better, productive broadcast for you and yours. If you aren't trying to support the show, somebody else will. But you can always donate. That's the $, capital LYNK, capital N. Again, that is $, capital LYNK, capital N. Also, you guys can go ahead and follow me on Instagram at G's News. That's GEESNEWS. And for all of you out there that, do the music, want to get your stuff heard, listened to, and definitely get a real review, send that shit in. G's Mystery Show at gmail.com. That's GEESMYSTERYSHOW at gmail.com. All right, that's enough of the plugs. All right, passing around that good sweet Sheba. That's what's up. 5.
What's up with it?
What do you think we should talk about today? What tops the charts in your list of what's on our brain?
First thing come to mind, man. We gotta talk about Atlanta.
I think we should save Atlanta for last.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because Atlanta, that's very touchy and it's deep and it's kind of gruesome at the same time. And I think that's a subject we can probably leave for last. Is there anything else that probably floating about?
Oh man.
You know what? How about you save that? Obviously,
man.
I know how it goes. We get flooded with so much news, so much information that goes on out there. Our brain sometimes, is overwhelmed. We don't have anything because we've already seen everything, and it's just like, what else is next? So, what is next? How about this? Before I go into G's News, I would like one of you out there, if you're out there listening, if you guys want to call into the show, that's 951-799-9021. Again, that's 951-799-9021. We need you guys to call in, participate, get this stuff off your mind. We know you guys are listening, so please do call in. Now, before I go ahead and get into G's News, since we do have Nate here with us in the mystery bunch, Nate, have you ever played a game called Call It Like It Is?
Actually, I haven't. What's that about?
Why don't you go ahead and step up to the mic?
Alright.
Oh, you can just scoot the chair. Oh yeah. Nude contestant. So you never played Call It Like It Is, huh?
No.
Okay. All right. So here's how Call It Like It is played. I ask you a question, and without thinking about it, you're just going to give me your natural response.
Okay.
So that way
First
it's
thing
real.
comes to your mind.
First thing comes to your mind. I just want the genuine response.
Okay.
All right.
Let's do it. I'm ready.
Let's get it. All right. We got my boy Nate in here, man. We about to go ahead and run him down with the, Call It Like It Is. So you sure you ready?
I'm ready.
You ain't gonna get in trouble, right? You got your girlfriend out there, wife, you know what I mean, mistress,
No, ain't got none of them.
parents that may not want to hear
Mama's
something
gonna
that
be
you
on
say.
YouTube. She don't know about that.
No, okay. All right. So, all right, he said he's ready, so we're gonna go ahead and give it to him. So before we get into it, and it's time for Call It Like It Is. Are you ready to play? Are you ready to play? All right, Nate. First up, this is Called Like It Is, so off the top of your brain, just go ahead and say your first answer. All right?
Alright.
What year you rocking? 1999 and down, 2000 to 2020, or 2021 and beyond?
1999 and down. What year I'm rocking?
Which year you rocking? You rocking 1999 and down, the 2000s, all the way up to 2020, or 2021 and beyond?
1999 all the way down.
Okay, so why 1999?
Cause I'm a 90s baby. Stay down.
I heard that.
Yeah.
You're not technically a 90s baby, but that's the era that you grew up in.
Grew up in.
Okay, I could dig that. I could dig that.
Yeah.
All
You
right.
put it that way. I like how you change that perspective.
All right, so now, if you had a chance to live anywhere within these cities, which one would it be? New York, Los Angeles, Chicago, or Atlanta?
Los Angeles.
Why Los Angeles?
That's the city of the greats.
Man, gotta keep it Cali, baby.
West Coast in the motherfucking house. I heard that. Man, oh man, let's not make this a bias thing. All right, so let me ask you this, Nate. Do you support GMJ, aka Grandmaster J, and the NFAC movement?
And you know what's crazy? I think I'm a little embarrassed to say I don't, because I don't know who it is. But I'm not embarrassed because I don't know who it is.
No, most definitely. If you don't know who it is, then you just don't know.
Okay,
heard
cool.
of
So you never heard of
Nah,
NFAC,
Nah, who is that?
GMJ? Okay, you'll probably hear about him later on. But just so you know who he is, he's a man that actually started a movement in 2020 that kind of just turned into wildfire because it spread it everywhere. And he's the one who stood up, for a nation of what you would call so-called black Americans when nobody else was standing up. And he created a militia to be the defense for them. And it almost appears that the nation of what you call black people have almost turned on him or just kind of like given up, of their support for this great movement that started, that everybody, when it popped out, they were all in for it. They
Everybody
never
was
seen
with it.
anything like it. And
Everybody
so
was with it.
they was with it. It caught their attention. But then, when the government silenced them and, kind of shut them down, we'll get into that a little later.
He create the. You say he created what to protect them?
Well, he created a militia,
Militia.
a defense group, a group that is armed, training, coming together, reaching the same goals and trying to achieve the same priorities, so that way they can, get out of here, achieve true freedom, basically. And so the government shut him down, silenced him, and it seems like the people, you don't hear his name anymore. But we'll get into that a little later. All right, so let me ask you this. I'm going to ask you some questions, and all I want you to do is just say true or false.
Okay.
All right? So yeah, whether you went to math class, science class, you skip history, whatever, just give me a true or false. The Earth spins around 1,000 miles per hour.
Shit, false.
Okay. Actually, it's true.
It's true.
Okay, but it's false because the Earth don't spin at all. But I agree with you. That's
There you go.
Let's just stick with this.
There you go with that shit.
Let's just stick with this.
There you
Let's
go with
just-
that bullshit.
We're gonna stick with this. Okay. Let me not interfere. Call it like it is. The moon rotates around the Earth. True or false?
True.
The sun rotates around the Earth. True or false?
True. True.
That's a true. Okay.
Yeah.
That's a false to me, but it's true to you. NASA landed on
Is
the
he
moon.
right?
Is he right according to American science, world science? Yes, he is right. Okay. NASA landed on the moon,
No. Oh, false. False.
even though they say they did.
False.
Oh, okay.
You say false?
Okay. What about you, Five?
Man, it gotta be true.
Okay.
Or it's the most expensive lie
You already heard it.
in the.
I told you it's the most expensive TV running series program saga
Man.
ever.
Yeah.
Okay. Now.
Yeah, they've been up there though.
Okay. So then, let me ask
Oh,
Nate.
man.
Let me ask you this first, then Nate. We have landed on Mars. Go ahead, Five.
Hell yeah.
We?
As
Nah.
far as as America.
Well,
as-
that rover landed on Mars.
Okay, so I'll rephrase it. Humans have landed on
No.
Mars. No.
No.
Okay. What about you?
True.
True.
You said they had.
So you believe that
What?
they've landed on Mars?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So let me ask you this then: are extraterrestrials real?
True.
That's true for you, Nate.
Yeah,
What about you,
I am
Five?
extraterrestrial.
Green?
Huh?
You said green extraterrestrials?
I am extraterrestrial.
You're,
I'm very extraterrestrial.
you see now see, well he's speaking some kind of science that I can kind of flip and say we are extraterrestrials based on, we are the people of the star. We're the stardust. We're the ones who are the first generated here, if you want to go into that. But in technical terms,
Yeah, you're right. That's what we made of, right? Stars.
I mean, we can
No,
always
ain't that what
we
it
can
is?
we can always use the theory of that. Like it's just that nobody's been able to really go grab a star and pull back it and say, hey, this is really what it is. They've only been able to use certain type of like measurements based on light measurements that they can kind of calculate and say, hey, this is something similar or it's not. But as far as being able to determine it, these are all theories and things that we make up as human beings to kind of identify with ourselves. So if I was going with it as just on my nigga shit, my nigga spiritual shit, I would say, yeah, nigga, we from the stars. We from the stars. We're stardust. We got all of that melanated power.
I believe different because I've communicated with something before.
I'm not saying you haven't.
Oh, okay, go
I'm
ahead,
not.
though.
No, I feel. Hey, this is what this show is about. I had the same thing with talking with my man about the ghost
I
stories.
literally had a physical experience, or you know what I'm saying.
This is what this is about. G's mystery show.
Yeah, I ain't really had to tell nobody. You know what I'm saying.
Speak. Here's your chance. Go ahead. I'm gonna take this time out. Go ahead and speak about that. Talk in the mic for me so they can
You
hear
can
you.
really say.
Can scoot up a little bit so that way I want the audience to hear this.
Okay.
Now-
It wasn't that deep, but it was just a.
It's deeper.
It was bending a shape. It was something, without a form. I know I'm an eagle, so I can say I'm extraterrestrial. Or I'm a different animal. I seen a picture. A shadow of an eagle, big as day, with no shadow around.
So-
it formed in front of you.
It formed. I got the picture right here. If you want to see it. But
Wow.
I know we different. Like
Wow.
we bend shape. If we can zoom from here to there. We can bend shapes.
Yeah.
We can.
I had
we can arch out.
I had a similar experience. I just
Yeah, we talked about it
shared
on the
it.
show.
Yeah.
That's a bird right there all day, right? Shadow. Bird laying down in the background.
So
I know we ain't humans. I know that.
that's a shadow right there that I'm looking at,
Yeah.
or is that a painting?
No.
What's a shadow?
It's a shadow.
I have to ask because
I have to tell you,
Yeah.
it's a real shadow.
that's a real shadow.
Yeah. So I believe we are extraterrestrial in our own.
Now that looked like a real eagle, so I'm trying to say, is that a painting
No,
or is
it's
that a
real
shadow?
motherfucking eagle in the background.
Because that does look like an
Background of
eagle.
me. Bird and a feather flock together though, like I said.
No, that definitely looks like an eagle, but I have to ask, being who I am.
It came from the smoke. That blunt I was smoking. You see that blunt?
Now, what my man's is describing is that I'm looking at a picture here with him smoking a blunt.
I'm blowing a cloud
And
out.
he's blowing a cloud out, and from the cloud, it literally looks like an actual eagle. Now, y'all know me. I do not make up none of this bullshit. I don't even believe in none of this shit. But what I'm literally looking at here is an
Wow,
actual picture of an eagle inside some smoke. Now, that is crazy. Now, that would kind of...
How you was able to capture that? Man,
That was perfect, too. So, yeah, that is a good question, Five. How was you able to capture that so clear and
You-
crisp? That
yeah,
almost
you-
looks animated.
But let me
yeah, you was just taking a selfie, huh?
Right. I looked up something else.
Now that's actually truly amazing for you guys that's out there in the world of streaming worlds who ain't able to look at that, and those of you out there listening just wondering what
Yeah, that
the
was
hell are we
vicious.
talking about. Like I said, we
Yeah,
actually are
'cause
looking at a
Like I know, cause I know my experience was man.
you
It's like
two
breaking the
it,
laws of physics.
yeah
Yeah.
you two are
My-
definitely showing or are definitely revealing some things to me that I just
shoulder,
don't see.
And the cloud was forming.
Now see this and I apologize
The clouds were doing what?
to everybody out there for deterring away
Sorry.
from G's
My
news.
bad, real
But
quick.
at the same time, this is actually what this show is about. G's Mysteries. Well, G's Mystery Show, and we definitely are here to cover mysteries and actually resolve them, solve them. Because I'm not into conspiracies. Everybody else is. So I like to chop the conspiracy up and let's make some reality out of it. And let's clear the myth out. And I don't know what I just saw right there. That's some spooky shit. That's some spooky shit. Because I can almost tell when something is fake or something is fraud or it's just bullshit. And that looked it like a real fucking eagle in some smoke. And I'm almost
was
like
clean.
you don't even have to even second guess it to even know what you're looking at.
Trip off this. This is what it's really about. This picture right here is the same eagle, and it says what?
It says, let me see, because you know I wear glasses. It says, those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. They will soar on wings like eagles. They will run and not grow weary. They will walk and not be faint. Now, only thing is that I
Whoa.
guess that doesn't work for me because I don't walk with the Lord.
Oh,
Yeah.
see,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah. Wow. The all forgive me. I only walk with the all. But that right there was definitely a revealing experience and eyewitnessing for me myself because I never seen nothing like that. I never heard nothing like Five's story. I never seen a picture like your story.
Yeah, that was good. I'm glad I got to share with you since you don't walk with him. You know, that's hidden proof that he is here or that we are from him. And that's what we are, extraterrestrial. When I speak of extra, I mean I speak of him, the higher.
Got you. Now you got to stay right there with me, see, because now you're opening up. Now we were going to get into some other stuff, but I do have to say this. This is the type of stuff that I'm into, and everything happens for why it happens. There is nothing that goes without a purpose. Everything has a cause and effect, and for him to even say some words to me in that likeness, in that manner, is definitely touches my heart and my soul. And I'm a guy who really doesn't have a heart. I come from all gut. Everything is all gut. And so now he's actually touching my heart because he's saying things that I can definitely now relate back to him. So Nate, I can't let you just get away from when you say things to me, when you say he, him, father, those type of terms, okay?
Okay, cool.
All right, so now,
Cool.
because I pay attention.
Okay, cool.
And-
So I should have said myself.
No. I want you to speak on however you speak,
Okay.
but when I listen to you, I hear you.
Okay.
I'm not just listening to the words. Let me reverse that. I'm not just hearing you. I'm actually listening to you. So when you say he, him, or father, and you equate it to the person above or below, whichever direction these people exist, then when you're talking to me, you're talking to a person who now has to be technical back with you. And now I have to say, is God a man?
That's a big question. And before I answer it,
Talking to Mike, because I want them to hear all of this.
is God a man?
Is God a man?
I don't think God is a gender. I think God is a spirit, and I think God is a spirit inside of everyone that has a soul.
Got you. I mean, that makes perfectly sense. So
yeah,
it makes perfect sense. So then that's why
I would agree.
I would agree too. So then I have to ask you, is God a man?
No.
What? That don't have to necessarily make him a man.
No. So
No,
I
he's
no.
not. You're right. He's not a man. I answered your question.
Exactly.
It's very technical.
Exactly.
I understand.
So he answered me the way only an honest person could answer me, is that no, God isn't a man. So when we use the words he, Father, him, who are we talking about?
Correct.
You see,
correct.
so
that's why we should say the Lord.
Well, then when we say the Lord is a title. So now we even have to go deeper.
Right.
Who are you, what Lord are you talking about?
Right.
Because I could say Lord Icarus.
Right.
I could say Lord Rodolfo. I could say Lord Jeffrey. You see, there's been many lords.
But it's the.
What Lord are you talking about?
Well, for many people, you know what?
I don't. I'm being technical. I don't know.
Yeah,
I can assume.
You playing like you.
No, I can tell them when you ask me a question. The Lord that wakes you up and gives you breath in the morning. I can put a title on it that way. That's it.
Got you. Now,
it.
no, most definitely. Now that right there, I can definitely comprehend on where you're going with it. But I would say that.
Who is this man putting breath in my lungs? Is that what you're saying?
No.
Or what is it putting breath in your lungs? What is it putting breath in your lungs?
Well, then I can direct it to where
It's the belief.
Exactly.
It's the spiritual belief.
Is it oxygen?
And what I was gonna say, when you say Lord Icarus, it's all behind the belief. It's about your mindset.
So that's what I'm trying to get you guys. That's what I'm trying to get you fellas to ride with me on. If you guys are talking about what you believe, then you're not telling me what you know. See that? And
you got to know what you believe.
You see, no, you don't
well,
believe.
You should.
Belief and knowing is two different things.
Right.
True.
Hold on. Well, let me just say this.
True.
Let me just say this.
True.
Because we got people listening.
You should know.
But
They
let me.
and majority
So you have to know.
of God, real God given people, they know and do.
Okay, so see, this is why I do this, because sometimes, like I said, I listen to everything. I listen to what you guys say, and I listen to the actual words, and I try to process it the best way I can, and try to give you back something that is going to be as clear as possible in which I can relay it to you from the vernacular in which I speak. And so when you guys say God to me, when you guys say he to me, when you guys say these things, these attributes, I then ask, do you guys really know what these attributes come from, what they mean, or what? So when you say God,
they taught us to speak in curses from the beginning, though. So when we wake up and say good morning, it's not, this may be the same way we interpret the word God, when really it's a spirit or something. But when we wake up and say good morning, that's for the dead.
Talking to Mike, so that way, because I don't know.
Rising when you wake up, because you rise with the sun. And that's why I said the sun spins. The sun does spin because the sun going everywhere, shining everywhere. That's where I got that theory from. But you say grand rising because we rise, we wake up. Good morning. My morning is for the day. Or morning is something you do when you sad. You wake up. But they taught us to speak in curses. My point is, so maybe they start us just like how they taught us to see stuff. How the world is this way, or how Jesus looks. When really,
right.
So they taught us this way. So you right, and I get what you're getting at. But
it's gonna get deeper.
And that's
it's gonna get deeper.
I think what you right, and you saying that we don't know, but it's more of my experience that I have.
Got you. Now, experience is everything.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, experience is everything. It's part of wisdom.
Fact.
You see, when you grow, you age, you age like wine. You get that pizzazz. When you guys say God, I and this is not me being like malicious, but I would ask you like
that same
I would ask you
that same it's
no
the same.
just hear me, because you got to hear where I'm coming from. If I asked you, where does God come from, you're going to tell me something from the Bible, and that's not where God comes from.
No.
You see, but this is what I'm trying to say. Like, okay, so then if I ask you right now, and I say, where does God come from? What are you going to tell me? The word God.
It depends. It depends on the individual and what they address him as.
No,
or it as.
This is
because you have your gods, you have your Allahs.
That's all God. That's all part of God.
But you have the Most Highs. You call them there's all kind of acronyms for them.
Energy, shit. You got a lot of energy. You get closer to God. I think if you cleanse or you try to be without whatever in this world, because I think that's I think the God is in everybody.
Remember, you got talking.
I think God is in everybody. You feel me? I think that's how I think. The closer you try to better yourself, the more of a God you see or get close to. That's how I feel. Because I'm trying to do it right now with myself, and it ain't easy. So and then it's about accepting people and being. I guess we taught to be like God, and it works for me because it changed me as a man. My whole attitude.
Most definitely.
I ran off a lot of people, but at the same time, I still have a chance, and I can still learn and practice what I know, and it always works. Whether I gotta accept somebody or do something for somebody, it always works. So I mean, I can't call another different because somebody once told me that men are God, and man, when I start believing that, I started to try to act like one. And I start to see a lot of bad shit happen in my life. You know what I'm saying? And, it really just humbled me to a fact to where it was like, I'm not a God. And I know if it is something over me, it would make me, it would, it make me get on my knees.
Can I cut in for a hot second? Now, this is what I want to tell you, bro, because I call myself Jihad the God.
Okay.
All right? I call myself the God MC. Jihad the God. The God Jihad. So it's nothing wrong with calling yourself God. I'm asking you, do you guys know where the word God comes from? So and why I ask these things is because when I say this is where the actual comprehension comes into play of when we're getting into a spectrum of what does this all mean when you guys say he, him, Father, God, whatever. But when you say God, you guys are speaking for the multiple of what you guys consider to be a most high. But I asked you, where does God come from? And you guys give me a whole bunch of other stuff. And this is not just you. This is other people does the same thing. And this is why I say, do you know where God comes from or what God actually means? The word God. And that's what I'm asking. And most people don't know what God means. And so they just go off of what you were saying earlier. That's something that you've been taught, something you've been trained. Right. And so you go with the flow. Right. But once you know where the word God comes from, then you can start building up from the blocks. So the word God comes from a Germanic language, meaning gut. Gut. That's where the original word God comes from. Gut. 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 God. 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 And what it meant was, before it turned into Indo-European, God actually meant where you had a group of Germanic dead people. When they would die, they would stack them up in a circle and they would light them on fire and they would chant Gut. Gut meant holy burial ground. I'm going to say that again. Gut, God. God meant holy burial ground. Now, when you're taking on the word God, the actual root of God, it just means holy burial ground. Now, when we take it into our language, because you come from the Indo-European, which is the English, like the Europeans over there, and then you come over here to the slang English, now their word is God instead of God, or Gut, which was the Germans, and now we all are supplemented for this deity or this all factor, which is not God.
Go ahead, continue.
Cut in. I would love to hear what you have to say. Say what you got to say.
Man, I don't know about that one.
Say what you got to say. It's not and this is the thing. It's not about what we know. It's not about what we don't know. It's about what we know. And so when we get to the facts, when you can actually look up, visualize, actually see, and the history is right there for you, the actual historical, not his story, but the historical fact, then you can't dispute it. But you can go ahead and finish what you were going to say, because if you don't agree, that's cool. But then you can always go check for yourself. That way you know that it's a fact, which you don't have to believe anymore. You'll know. And see, that's what I was asking in the beginning. You said believe, and I said knowing. I said, would you rather believe or know? And you said something about knowing is believing, and no, they're two different things. To believe something is to believe something. I know
that. I agree to that. And I said most people that believe, majority of them know.
No, they don't. See, you can't believe and know. It doesn't work. once you believe and you come to know something, you no longer believe it because you now know. That's just how it works.
But not necessarily, because
explain.
you can learn something later, and
Then
it can be
listen to what I just said.
and
I'm listening to what you said, so
No,
you should know then.
and
watch this. I want him to
you
finish
can
saying.
you can learn something, and it can be exactly what you wanted. It don't have to be the opposite necessarily either.
Okay, so this is what I'm saying, and I want you to catch what I'm saying. I can believe outside the tree is black, right? I could believe that until I actually come to know it's not black. Once I come to know, I no longer believe. Now, even if it was black and I came to see that it was black from my believing of it being black, once I come to know it's black, the belief is gone. There is no such thing as belief anymore. I now know that it's black. I have no reason to believe. Now, if I continue to believe something that I never come to know is a no, then that's just a belief. And you'll
But-
never catch. Go ahead.
So how you gonna?
I'm listening because I just wanted to show you that where I was getting about what we're God, and it's not an argument. It's not even a debate.
So how you
Go
gonna?
ahead.
At what point you stop believing in God, or whatever you calling, whatever you
Gotcha.
you pray to or speak to?
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? What point? You know what I'm saying? Where your information stop?
Now,
I mean, because how you gonna actually find out if this person?
My man just said
Really
something. He just said something that was
exists.
crucial, which was experience. Experience is what we call wisdom when it's gained. You come to gain a knowledge, a certain type of.
Of course.
I
Of
trust.
course.
Trust me. I'm with you.
I agree.
We're all with each other. So now, when you come to know that God is not who I should be giving my energy to, because now if I'm giving my energy to a God, who is God? There's been many gods. I'm a God.
Yeah.
The whole
That's
hold on, I'm just trying to show you something. The whole five star East Coast God bodies and earths, they're gods. God bodies. You have demigods. You have Hercules, who's a god. You have Zeus, who's a god. You have Jesus, who's a god. You have Allah, who's a god. You have Allah, who's a god. You have Isis, Osiris, Thoth. You have so many gods. So when I ask you who's God, you're going to tell me this mysterious character, and then you guys are going to always equate it to a he, a him, a father.
But I didn't heard of God being addressed as a woman. So
No,
I
but
done heard
this
a few
is- this is-
times
this is-
say,
this is-
God can be a woman.
So look,
I'm not saying this is God can be anything, but I'm not talking about God here. See, this is what I'm trying to.
Believe we're gods?
Hold on, they got it. If you're talking, let them.
Do you believe that we're gods?
Yes, I believe that. I believe that we all have. If you want to break it down to the word little gods, yes, we all have a little what we call piece of the puzzle. We are all part of that collective consciousness. But listen, this is what I'm trying to get. You guys haven't let me get out what I want to, guys, to factor on, and then we can move on. Is that what you guys are talking about is not what I'm talking about, but we are all talking about the same thing. Right. We are all talking about, catch this, the all. We are all talking about the all. Not a he, not a she, not anything but the all. Something that has done everything and doesn't need to do anything else because it is the all. It has already manifested everything that is. It is the all. It is above being a God. It's above being a man. It's above being a woman. It's above even having to deal with you because you are part of its consciousness. Hold on.
Same thing.
I got to get. It's not the same thing. It's not the same thing.
Well. For me, it is.
No,
it's the same.
But it's not the same thing. It can't be the same thing. No, because all cannot be a God. All can only be all, and the God is a part of the all. Listen to what I'm trying to tell you.
God just represents.
No,
that
God
same,
does not. God does not represent the all. It does not. It's too low of a form. It cannot represent the all. The all represents the all, meaning that God is a part of the all. The all isn't a part of the God. See what I'm saying?
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that.
So
I'm saying, in theory, that's the same thing. That's at the end all.
Aaron
be
Williams
all,
say Yahweh Allah.
yeah. At the same time, at the end, they gonna be in the same.
They're not going to be in the same because the all is the all. Now, again, we all are a piece of the all. Just like any God that anybody's talking about, any animal, any whatever that has a consciousness and a subconsciousness, has the ability to reason, think, create, and choose. We are all part of the collective consciousness, but when you're talking about a God and all being the same, they're totally two different things, for the all has already completed all that is.
What I read, this is what I read. What I looked up, Vernon, I looked up my phone and it said, a sense of a total hot shot. This is when I was thinking I was a guy. I ain't talking about nobody else. I had the experience, like you said. It said sense of a total hot shot, and it hit me in the head. Sense of a total hostage who thinks he's a god but is really a potato. Example, redutory creatures of blood and flesh. You touch my mind, fumbling in ignorance, incapable of understanding. There's a realm of existence so far beyond your own, cannot even imagine it. Like you said,
that's what I'm trying to tell you guys.
Right, and I'm agreeing to
I'm trying to tell you guys, when you're dealing with the all, you guys will never be able to reach that height, for that all is above being a god. It cannot be a god. You can be a god because you have the ability to reason, create, choose, decide, and do all the things a god does. But you can never be the all. You can never be the all. You won't even exist long enough in the flesh. You know what I mean? To where you'll have to go back into this celestial spiritual form, which you was talking about, because you said something about spirit. So you would have to return back into that, which is going to return back to what? The all. Not a god, but going to return back to the all. So this is what I'm just trying to show you guys. When you guys say certain words, I listen to it, and if I'm going to give a response, I'm going to be technical, because go ahead.
I wanted to say, I wasn't trying to say God was a spirit.
No,
it's the spirit and the person that believes in all higher being, all righteousness of all, and that's what I was getting ready to say.
Gotcha.
They're gonna be at the same.
But let me show you what I'm trying to do for you guys, though. But this is what I'm trying to do for you guys.
At the end all be all, this
is what I'm trying to do for you guys.
I agree with you saying. It's just
I'm trying to do this for I'm trying to do this for my G's. Each one teach one.
Right.
That's all. Each one teach one. So when you are walking around and you're talking about this God, that's like me. That's like a Christian, a black Christian, talking about Jesus, and the Jesus is white. They got this white ass Jesus right here, and they just praising Jesus. Hey, it ain't nothing against you Europeans, Caucasoids, or anybody out there that is in that way. I'm just saying, the white Jesus. You know what I mean? That's like a black person praising the white Jesus their whole life. But in their Bible, it says Jesus had hair of wool and feet of brass and bronze, and they're over here praying. But that's just because they don't know. And so when somebody says, "Hey, man, let me correct you a little bit," even though the Jesus character isn't even actually identified to be in a real identity, but let's just go here.
But we know that.
Well, no, some people don't, and a lot of people don't. And again, it's a belief, because some people believe that he existed, but then the history and the science proves that he did not exist. It shows that nobody existed. So again, when we're dealing with belief and we're dealing with knowing, the belief people will believe on something that's just a picture and has no physicalities, no bloodline, no lineage to pull from, and so it'll be what we call a belief. It can just always be in that realm. But then when we know that, hey man, we can't even dig up anything, there's no factual archaeology, anthropology, there is nothing there for us to research, then it actually shows that, hey, we know that something's not right. Different between believing. So now, anyhow, enough with that. Definitely a little deep conversation, man. I love those type of things, man. That's exactly what we do talk about here on G's Mystery Show.
For real, man.
And this was Call It Like It Is. We didn't even finish Call It Like It Is, but damn. You know what I mean? My man showed me a picture of an eagle that looked like a spirit and some real shit that I've never seen before that I would always call bullshit, but hey, that actually looked real. So you got my vote on a 75% chance that's real. I still got to give you 25%, bro, that you Snapchat that or some shit, because that shit just looked too.
You're looking at it right now. Yeah. I'm looking at it. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
It's in everybody, and that's why that's probably what it was meant to show you tonight.
Hey, and he definitely showed me. He definitely actually, like I said, Five made me a believer on the ghost, because I truly know him. And he ain't gonna say no bullshit. And I mean, I just have to go with it. Just like, if he's running in a crowd, I'm running, because I know if he's running, shit, let me get the fuck on up out of here. So my man just showed me a picture, an actual picture, like that I can look and decide if it's photoshopped or not. They're asking if they could see the picture. They're asking if they could see the picture. Yeah, because I mean, I'm like,
what time is it right now?
it
Why you
is.
asking? It's what time?
It's 7-Eleven. Oh
That part.
shit,
So it's
7-Eleven.
energy.
So look
And
at that
and
energy.
another
Wow.
thing, let me tell y'all, my angels
Wow.
communicate with me through numbers.
Wow.
And that's why we can break down numbers as what? As who we are.
That bro, I'm a numbers guy. You better look at my body. I
That's
mean,
what-
come on, man.
yeah.
I'm a
They
mathematician,
talk to
man.
me right
That's all
now.
I
They
do is
want me to
math.
tell you, right? They want me to show everybody. That's what it is, and I appreciate you letting me show.
Hey, nah, I appreciate you. Shit, I pop in my eyes with some weird shit that make me say, "What the fuck?"
All right.
You know what I mean? You got me. I mean, we haven't even gotten to the news. I mean, this is some entertainment shit. I don't know if you guys can see this, but
They gonna see it.
hold on. Let me
Turn
see.
that light down. Let me see. Let me turn my
You
light
know what? Let me turn this light on and see if they can.
Let me turn my light down on my phone.
I don't know there, but if you look right here, you guys can't see it, but there's a eagle right here in the smoke on some weird shit.
Spirit right there.
On some real weird shit. Like I'm not even making this up. Like I'm looking at him, and I'm looking at the picture, and if I was just to look at it, I would say, man, that's an eagle painting, but it's not. And it's just on some weird shit. Like you guys gotta really. I don't think if you can lower that could you see it in the camera? No, huh? Was you able to see that, Aaron?
He said, "Tell him to send it to you, so then you can put it."
Let me see, shot it.
Oh yeah, he said send it to me so I could put it up. Now yeah, if he sent me the picture, I could probably put it up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You put it right on the
If you send it to my email,
All
right there, G's Mystery Show, gmail.com, I can probably
Got you.
pull it up.
I got you.
But anyhow, yo, it's definitely real. From what I saw, it's real. It looks truly amazing on some weird spooky shit that, like I said, I'm gonna go ahead and give him 75%. I ain't gonna give him the 0.1 of bullshit.
That's good enough.
He definitely got 75% of real, man. That was deep. And then we came with the powerful conversation. So his energy is definitely connected to whatever he's feeling. Now, with me, I would say that there is certain what you guys call spirits that probably do connect to people and does things for them. It's just that I have a different experience in life to where none of that stuff, I just don't see it. And so when I hear people that do see it or have those experiences, I definitely like find it hard to fathom. But at the same time, I can show empathy because
I'll tell you,
I get it.
I did around that time when I took that picture, I took 10 of the 10 commandments and studied 5 of them and mastered 5 of them. And I noticed a lot of things start happening different in my life. A lot of things start happening in my life. I studied half of the commandments. I said it was 10 of them. I learned 5 of them. And I mean, it said, "Thou shalt not want, thou shalt not commit adultery, thou shalt not murder, thou shalt honor thy father, thy parents, and thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's wife."
I'm gonna help you out. You know more of the commandments than I do. All I know is thou shalt not kill. I don't know any other ones. Oh, thou shalt not steal. Thou shalt not commit adultery. What is that? 3? Yeah, you got me beat, bro. You know what I mean? So you win. But nah, you definitely like I said, you got that energy, bro. You like I said, when people look at you, they look at 5, they're gonna probably see gangster thug.
Right.
But when you guys speak and when you guys like actually come with something, you guys are deeper than what most probably even pay attention to. You guys are not the normal people, you know what I mean, that's out there. And like I said, your vibes, your energies are definitely stronger than most. Heart, you already know. Yeah, I know you, so I don't really got to speak on you. But my man's right here, he definitely, you know what I mean, got an energy about him, bro, that if you see him in person, you probably be scared. You probably, you know what I mean? You probably be scared.
That's the I'm gonna start calling it. The like he said, for sure.
Hey, just the
Put me
awe.
on something.
But I want you to feel it because it ain't gonna work if you don't feel it. Because remember I told you it's about experience, and you said that,
put
not
it in
me.
Perspective, you know, like I said, you change perspective. You know, like you know what I'm saying.
Each one, teach one. That's all it is, bro. I promise you, because I deal. What did he say? No contrast. He said that it had no contrast on the thing. That's probably we'll get that picture up probably later on. You guys check it out. Maybe on G's News or something. You guys roll over there. But anyhow, let's go ahead and move on with the show. Man, I do want to thank you though with that one because that definitely was entertaining. That definitely is going to be a segment. I might have to just highlight that one because that was definitely deep, bro. And just even coming with the conversation of that, because that's what I love to talk about anyways. On the side note is all the religious spookism, what's this, what's that, hey, where we going, all that good stuff. Appreciate you on that one.
For sure, man. Good looking.
You know, so yeah, so Five, man, deep conversation, huh?
Oh yeah, that's how we do.
Oh man, jeez. That was a Call It Like It Is. I don't even think I got to ask him the last question on Call It Like It Is. But we're going to go ahead and skip that. We're going to go ahead and get into G's news. I do want to thank you guys for tuning in. Before we do, we're just going to go ahead and take a small break.
You looking to replenish the body, boost up your immune system? Ladies, soothing up that beautiful skin? Fellas, ease those unwanted bowel movements, or we just get up in age and become elders. And our joints don't want to act right? Log on to Black Spatula, LLC.com. Yes, that's BLACKSPATULALLC.com. Providing that purple and sea moss gold, gel or in raw form, straight from the Jamaican waters, to help stand strong in this fight against the heavyweight champ, coronavirus, and that Junebug flu. And you can pick up those organic, homemade elderberries to help relieve nasal congestion, anti-inflammatory, potent anti-cancer, antiviral, treats respiratory illness, aid in wound care, high in vitamin A, B, C, and potassium, and natural support for arthritis. And if you hit them with that G code, man, Black Spatula just might get you 20% off total purchase. Now, go follow Black Spatula on social media.
You are now tuned in to G's Mystery Show, Our World Revealed. You are now tuned in to G's Mystery Show, Our World Revealed. Now tuned in to G's Mystery Show, Our World Revealed. You are now tuned in to G's Mystery Show, Our World Revealed. You are now tuned in to G's Mystery Show, Our World Revealed. You are now tuned in to G's Mystery Show, Our World Revealed. All right, we are back live. G's Mystery Show, Our World Revealed. Man, spectacular, entertaining night. What a kickoff. We might even go into a little overtime. I'm going to try to keep the show within 2 hours, 30 minutes, but who knows? Look like it's going to be another one of those nights, you know. But yeah, let's go ahead, man, and get into
G's news.
And this is G's News. All right, man. Up first, we have Britney Spears, who is considering to do a tell-all interview with Oprah Winfrey.
Tell-all interview.
Yes, sir. Do you care?
All about what? Yeah, I mean, come on. What?
Tell all. I mean, she did have, you know, a possible relations with Fred Durst, Justin Timberlake when they were doing the Mickey Mouse thing, a rivalry with Christina Aguilera, you know, a lot of other stuff that went on. You know, she was a little pretty little white thing back in the day.
Yeah.
I mean, hey. Yeah. Do you care?
No.
No? Oprah, do you care?
No.
No? Not even to see Oprah and Britney together? Tell all?
No.
3 no's. That's a fucking strikeout. All right, we're going to go ahead and trash that. Up next. This story right here is enough for me to ask for another presidential vote or even a possible impeachment. We have Joe Biden and his administration, man.
Okay.
That's your boy.
Okay.
Now, what happened here is they suspended a few staff members, and you gonna agree with me after you hear this. So what happened is Joe Biden administration, they suspended a few staff members. You want to know why?
Oh, why?
For smoking weed.
On the job?
Well, it's in their system. It appears even though the District of Columbia has legalized marijuana, the White House would prefer their staffers to take pharmaceuticals and hide behind the secrets of power, doing all kinds of allegedly illegal shit, rather than just get a medical marijuana card and smoke weed. They're not having it. So they suspended a few staffers.
Okay.
Oh, that's okay with you?
Well, if they should get cards, they should get cards. They in the
No. He doesn't care if they got cards. He's telling them because the policy here at the White House is we don't give about none of that. Ain't no smoking weed. We don't care if you legal, you got a card, you got contact.
It's the fucking White House. It's the people that man, you don't. Yeah.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean? But look.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this though, Fi. You agree with that when it comes to the White House saying, "Hey, man, no weed allowed."
Yeah, because man, nigga making major decisions like like nuclear codes.
I agree with you. I agree with you. Look. Listen. I agree with you. So I'm gonna even go further then. Since I agree with you, let me go ahead and climb up the ladder a little bit. Is it okay for those in the White House to actually pop pills? I'm asking you. You want to know why? Because I can almost assure you.
Tylenols, or you talking about?
You talking about Tylenol? I can almost assure you that a lot of these officials inside of these White House and governments
talking about Molly's what
are popping from high level Vicodins to high level perks. Okay. So hold on. So what does it matter if they're smoking weed or if they're fucking high off of these drugs? They're still high. I would want a sober person in the White House who's not on anything. But I can guarantee. Get. So now you look at Joe Biden. You telling me he's not on something? So you see, I agree with Nate. I agree with my. You see, this my man's man right here. So you look at Biden. You telling me he ain't on nothing?
What do you mean? It's a still photo, man.
Okay, still photo.
You gotta listen to him talk. He always act like he's so close to niggas.
And he ain't.
And he be high. That's how they act when they get high. They be buying. They got a black dealer, black supplier.
So Blue Good Nerd, the old Jazz Cabbage Card ATF will trade you a blunt for your gun rights. No, that's a fact. That's a fact. But like I said, when you come up to this man, and if you don't think that this man allegedly is under the influence of something, then weed. So then weed shouldn't be that bad then. And if it is bad, then we need to bar all drugs.
We know it ain't bad like that, but still, nigga, it's the White House.
No, I agree.
I don't mean you're supposed to be doing it. You know, shit.
Hey, see, I'm with Bluegrass. Drug test every government official.
Yeah.
You damn right.
Yeah.
Because I don't want nobody on weed. I don't want nobody on heroin, and I damn sure don't want nobody popping
tested.
no kind of pills.
I've been said that
on my time.
Yeah, I believe everybody should be drug tested. Nigga, you the president of the United
Facts,
States. You the Secretary of Defense. You know, Attorney General. Nigga, you shouldn't be high off shit.
I agree with you 100%.
You know, you should be straight edge.
And he's not straight edge at all. But see, there you go. You haven't seen,
anything.
bro. This mother. Never mind, man. We gonna talk about this later on. All right, let's move on. Joe Biden, motherfucker. All right, so that was the weed that these niggas is. Can I hit a blunt with you guys, man? This damn. Since he don't care if nobody's smoking, we gonna smoke. Anyhow, up next, we have the scientists behind the coronavirus shots. They say they're gonna target cancer next. These people you're looking at is Özlem Türeci, one of the co-founders of a German company, BioNTech, with her husband, Uğur Şahin, who developed a way to harness the body's immune system to tackle tumors, which is now being used to vaccinate against C-19. mRNA vaccine. That's their actual concoction, which has already been administered to tens of millions of people worldwide since December of 2020. They've been working. But here's the key thing in this. What I want you guys, I'm gonna go back. So they say these scientists behind the coronavirus shots say next is cancer. So did they just leap over cancer and go to corona? YouTube, forgive me.
Corona
Can't say that. Can't say that. The zombie apocalypse, or C-19, zombie apocalypse. Let's just stick with the zombie apocalypse because they hit us up with that. Yeah, they definitely crazy with that. But do you? What? I almost forgot my train of thought because you can't say that.
It jumps it because
without saying the word.
Because it's knocking motherfuckers down quicker than cancer.
No,
I mean,
but it's not though. Cancer has killed more people.
I know. Of course it has, because look how long.
Wait a minute. Coronavirus been around for
generations.
My bad, YouTube. I apologize. Zombie apocalypse has been around. If you look at the dogs, you remember when you ever had a dog?
No.
You ever had a dog?
Yeah.
You ever had to go take your dog to get a shot?
No.
You probably did, but you probably didn't pay attention. But you probably didn't pay attention. Coronavirus is. This channel ain't gonna last long.
Oh, man.
Zombie apocalypse is in one of those vials that they gotta inject your dog with. You know what I mean? Also, if you look on the Lysol, if you look in the Lysol, if you look on the Lysol spray, they had C-19 or zombie apocalypse on the back of it, that it kills this a long time ago, and nobody ever looked and paid attention to that.
This coronavirus.
I know. That's what I say, man. It's muscle memory.
Wow.
Hey, they be
Just
tripping,
like
bro.
that.
They be tripping on this for this. You can't say that word.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Anyhow,
Apologize.
yeah, you got to. Anyhow, but yeah. So basically, my thing is though, this whole time they skipped over cancer to get to coronavirus. They see. You know what? Hey, we're going to get off this news segment. These two people right here, Oslim Teresi and her husband, Ogar Shahan, came up with the C-19 mRNA vaccine to actually, which is actually in use and being produced. And it's so hard to just try to talk and get around without saying that word. So, bro, I'm just going to leave this. We're going to fuck this news. Fuck this news clipping. Get the hell up out of here. All right, man. That's what's up. Let me get them off the camera. You know what I mean? Y'all did enough. Yes. Oh, by the way, they are Turkish. So if you thought they were Spanish, no, they're actually Turks. All right. They kind of look like walking zombies a little bit, no? No?
Man.
Zombie apocalypse, walking zombies. No wonder why they came up with the cure. Hey, this is crazy, boy. That word is crazy.
That's who made up the cure?
Well, I won't say a cure because I don't even want to get too deep into this topic.
Right.
You know what I mean? But definitely these are the ones who are vaccinating you and going to help you be a test subject. All right. So we're going to go ahead and get to them. So anyhow, that was G's news. Man, some of these things is hard to get by when they have all of these censors on certain words and they add all of these certain algorithms to where they make it hard for you to actually talk real about a subject that needs to be talked about, whether you agree or disagree, if it's real or if it's a hoax or if it's just something that you want to be curious about and get real information. Even though we have a humor and we joke about it, we are news and we definitely are here to bring you the actual facts. But sometimes they don't allow us to speak in the ways that we need to get those points across. So sometimes you guys are just stuck with the humor. Anyhow, we're going to go ahead and move on to what this show is actually what was I about to say? Is about. Yes.
Oh, man.
2020 was really the year of vision. 2021 has definitely been the year of the unknown. Space programs have claimed to land on Mars, yet continue to show pretty much the same as always. What? Really? On another note, We're 3 months into 2021, and Grandmaster Jay in the NFAC movement, one has to ask, did the government find a way to silence the 2020 wildfire of a movement before the resetting of the Biden and Harris administration? What's going on in Atlanta? A predominantly melanated city, some would say. With that, what does that really say to the world when an allegedly white sexual predator enjoyed, or maybe not, but sadly ends the lives of 6 Asian women and 2 others, nationalities not identified, hate crime, or serial killer? Let's talk about it.
Okay.
All right. So we're going to go ahead and jump into let's talk about it. What you all are here to hear. So, 5, Nate, let me ask you. Well, this was kind of in Call It Like It Is, so I'm going to go ahead and ask you, 5. From your viewpoint, what was rougher, 2020 or 2021?
For me personally?
In general, from whether it's personal or just how you looked at it from the news, what's been going on in our world, what had the rougher start?
Well, I would have to take everything. I would have to take everything that happened since 2020. Oh man.
Well, let me ask you this: how about 2021? How's it been so far for you?
It's been up and down. It's been up and down.
Now let's take it off.
Beginning of the year.
Let's take it off of you. Let's get into the actual world now. The view of how you see the world now. What do you think? Is 2021 starting off bad or good?
I would say, in the world as a whole, I would say it's starting off pretty good.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
You okay? What about you, Nate?
Starting off pretty awesome for me. You know,
Okay, he got that.
14, about good 2 checks.
Oh,
It
shit.
should be up. It should be, even homeless people getting paid right now.
Oh shit!
So
See what I'm
it should
saying?
be a lot more peaceful out there.
You see, but when money comes, that's when the crooks come out. You know what I mean? You know, all this free money, man, that means a lot of crooks who got money now want your money. But anyhow, 2021, I would almost say, is definitely unknown. It feels unknown to me. It feels strange, like we're just in a land of the lost. But definitely 2020 was on some crazy out the wall Twilight shit. You know what I mean? To where you was definitely in the Twilight Zone. But now I want to ask you, because I did ask you a little bit earlier and Call It Like It Is, Nate. Are you aware of GMJ? And you were not too much.
No, not at the moment until you informed me of who he was.
Got you. And I don't think I really did a great job because it's a lot more about the man that definitely gives him who he is his just due. But I'm not here to defend him, and I'm not here to go against him. My thing is to ask the question. And my question is, did the government really silence this movement? Did they do what needed to be done? Or is there other things that's going on that when we look at this, is it so much the government or is it the actual people who are not supporting him who is silencing him? 5?
You said it's the people that's silencing him. Shit. Yeah, 'cause
Like,
he got his supporters. You know what I'm
well, he
saying?
got his loyal supporters, but
Yeah,
what
but
happened? What happened to the casual who were on the couch, cheering and standing up, pulling for him? Never saw none of this in their lifetime, and then just fell off once they saw him go underneath a little debacle.
Well, when they throw smut on your name, they throw smut on your name, and people in this world short-minded in the world, let alone in America. And
Okay, so we have Bluegrass in a Wood says Not a fan of him. He made things worse in Louisville. Can I ask you, Bluegrass?
Okay, what happened in Louisville?
Well, he definitely went down Louisville, but how did he make things worse in Louisville? If I can just ask you to give a question. You know what? You can actually call in. The number is on the screen, but if you can't see it, it's 951-799-9021. And I would love to hear your thoughts. But while we wait to see if Bluegrass is going to call in or give a reply, when they say that he made things worse, possibly, but at the same time, that's only going to be because he actually brought attention to something that probably needed to be said or seen, which is a way out, reach for freedom, which wasn't being done. Everybody was stagnant. Everybody was just sitting in their own little place and just waiting for somebody else to come because they wasn't doing it. And then he came with a group. And not just a group of people, he came with motivation because everybody was standing up. But then once the whip comes down, I hate to say it, Masters definitely has a social engineering, sociology effect, psychology effect on the people, to where all they did was make a move and that muted everybody else. Everybody else fell back, and then a lot of people came out and started talking about him. And that's something that you really don't do, whether you know what I mean, you have a disagreement with them or not. You definitely don't go out and then just try to tear it all down based on your own personal disagreements, unless it's something that he has done outright faulty or blatantly that just can go without or being overlooked. But other than that, based on what I have observed, seen, and I actually deal with them in some kind of ways. You know what I mean? Again, like I said, I'm neutral to the whole thing, but I definitely know who he is. And because I'm unbiased to it, yes, I agree with you. It definitely could hurt because he definitely brought attention and now it's forcing people to act. But then the government and those powers to be, which a lot of you guys call Illuminati, elite, or these groups who are actually in charge, now they look and say, these niggas ain't gonna do shit. We got them. We got them. We all we got to do is just make a move. Whisper. And when I say make a move, I don't really mean even bring a soldier. They just make a move. And everybody else falls in line. So when he hurt, yes, he hurt because he hurt the people, because he made people have to actually get up and act. And it's like me with my boys. If me and Five and Nate is in a group and a motherfucker's talking shit to me and I just haul off and swing on them, I just put ourselves in a fight because everybody is going to have to fight. Right. That's just how it is. And so all he did was to try to put everybody into the fight. And so I think that's what you guys fail to realize. And sometimes when you're dealing with actual freedom, those things just have to happen because it came out of nowhere. And revolution isn't supposed to be televised. It's just supposed to pop up. And it popped up. And sometimes you're supposed to just have to go with the go. And if you don't go with the go, you just miss it. I've missed the bus many of times. You know what I mean? Then I've actually chased the bus down and got it to stop. I didn't let the bus pass me by. But when that bus passed you by, you have to wait a long time till another bus comes. Matter of fact, you probably won't even go where the fuck you was going to go. Because now you just say, fuck it. I'm going back home. And I think that's what a lot of people did. They said, fuck it. I'm going back home. So Bluegrass replies, first time they came, they shot themselves and couldn't march 6 blocks without passing out. Agreed. At the same time, there is conflicting stories on that, so I can't actually verify and say that it was actually NFAC who shot themselves, because there were other members and groups there. And I think that a lot of people keep associating everybody with NFAC just because they show up and they want to be a part of the movement. But everybody isn't actually a part of NFAC. A lot of people are just Johnny come lately or want to be a part of the ride because they like what they're seeing. They're motivated and they come bring their guns and they're not trained, or they're just out the house and something happens. Everybody doesn't know how to handle a gun, but they came and they wanted to support and they just so happened to hurt themselves. But is that GMJ's fault, or is that the person who shot themselves' fault? You see what I'm saying, Bluegrass? Like how does that affect GMJ? Like what does that have to do with him? That even if my team, you know what I mean, we're on the football field, my running back, he fumbles the ball. Yeah, he fumbled the ball and we may have lost the game. But nigga, don't come talking that shit to me. I'm the quarterback. I handed that motherfucker the ball. He fumbled. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
but
go ahead.
When you win together, you lose together.
And no, I agree. But again, I just said some of these people that come along aren't with NFAC. Some of these people are just people coming along to participate and showing up. And who's to say that those aren't the people that hurt themselves? So they say the second time they came, they laid in a ditch behind a fence across from Churchill Downs with unloaded weapons. The white folks still had their horse race. Now, from what I heard, I thought they didn't have their horse race. I know they had the horse race, but I do heard that they lost a lot of money. The Kentucky Derby. You know what I mean? But at the same time, I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying on that. Now, the unloaded weapons, that's some crazy shit. If they really had unloaded weapons, now that's some crazy shit. Because if something would have kicked off, you know what I mean, a lot of people would have just been wiped out and not have even been able to defend themselves. But did they really have unloaded weapons? Who's to say they did? How do you know that? See, I'm more like when people say the mysteries to me or the conspiracies, I have to get into the mystery and try to resolve it and ask you, can you verify that those weapons were unloaded? Now, if you can't verify those weapons are loaded, then everything's allegedly. And sometimes when we put those allegedly jackets on people, it actually messes up the character, and then it can actually stagnate the movement. And a lot of people I've been watching on this YouTube streets, they've been definitely coming at GMJ for a lot of things that I'm seeing is personal with people. They leave on their own because it's business, or they want to be the voice, and not everybody has an articulated voice where they can speak like him. So he definitely needs to be the person with the voice, whether he can shoot a gun or not. You know what I mean? There's many generals that's in the military right now who's never went to war, but they're leading the motherfucking army. So you guys got to use your actual reasoning and senses and your logic and thought processes, and stop rushing to certain things, because then you guys just tear everything down. And if ain't nobody going to replace it, then what are we doing here? So Bluegrass Reply says, the bets were online. The tracks were already shut down due to COVID. Man, shit. So you saying that NFAC had nothing to do with them losing money? COVID was the real militia, huh? I mean, hey, anything's possible. Anything's possible. But my thing is to ask, did the government win?
Far as what?
Succeeding. Stopping any black messiah.
Well, yeah, because it ain't one.
You're absolutely right. It ain't one. And so, and that's the exact thing that I'm talking about here. It ain't one. And so when one was popping up and actually doing something, because the real story of Jesus...
Hoover set the foundation.
Oh, that's a fact. J. Edgar Hoover definitely set the foundation with this COINTELPRO. But at the same time, the real story of Jesus, Isa Ibn Yusuf, was a warrior, was a person that was going to return and actually slaughter the captives, whatever you want to call them. I'm not about to get into that type of nationality type talk, but was to overthrow and rebuke them and do away with them, so that way they can have peace. So when you guys are looking at a person who came along, and I ain't saying that he's Jesus at all, but one thing is that a man definitely rose up and came with an army, and definitely was having a lot of people that could have added on to the army, and a lot of you definitely fell off. Definitely fell off with what was already on a moving train. So Jace Wag says, they applying pressure to separate and silence the movement with new laws and threats, the same way they did the Black Panthers and J. Edgar Hoover days. Same thing Five just said. Yeah. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right, Swag. And you definitely hit the nail on the hammer. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people tried to accuse this man of being... Yeah, well, the hammer on the nail. Nigga, you know I say a lot of shit just weird, nigga, but you know what I mean? But I'm still the God MC. They know what I mean. But anyhow... But when you're dealing with actual the J. Edgar Hoover and the Black Panthers and the silencing, you're definitely dealing with.
Don't forget Malcolm X and Dr. King too.
Oh, well, they killed them. They definitely they literally killed them. And who's to say that?
Franklin.
You know what I mean? Frank Ham, all of them. But look, when you're dealing with GMJ, you're dealing with somebody who a lot of people were coming out saying that he was an agent. So I'm going to ask you, Bluegrass. I'm going to ask you, Five. Nate, you really don't know, but anybody else that's listening, I'm going to ask you guys. You guys can call in too, because the number's on the screen: 951-799-9021. I'm gonna say that again: 951-799-9021. I'd love to hear from one of you. If you got something to say, let's speak verbally. I want to hear it. I don't want to just read it. I want to actually hear it, and I want
Let us know what you got to say.
Exactly. I want to actually hear what you're saying. So it says, looks to me like NFAC pulled everyone out into one big group to be identified by the feds. Hey, now, Bluegrass. Now, that right there crossed my mind before. Now, see, that did cross my mind. But it crossed my mind. That doesn't mean that it was a fact. It crossed my mind, but then when I looked at it all, I said sometimes a person can be an agent by default. Do you get that, or would you like me to repeat that again? A person could be an agent by default, meaning that they're not an agent, but some things that they do can actually be agent-like, to where I get a group of people, I get them all to follow me. I'm not knowing or paying attention that the big boys are going to be paying attention to me and gathering all this intel on everybody else, and it just happens that way. You see, everybody is running to the conspiracy that he's an agent or he was a bodyguard for Trump, or and I used to be an actual executive protection officer. So, and that's real. And so when I look at GMJ, I don't see what you guys are seeing. I do see a person that was literally running for president or literally being there, and a man that just happens to be an agent by default, especially because a lot of you guys are putting that jacket on him, making him an agent. So now you guys are the peers of the people. And a lot of you guys who have platforms, when you guys start saying this, you guys have a lot of people that's paying attention, who listen to you guys, who are going to mimic and say everything you guys are saying, which then makes this movement look real silly, because some things they did probably was silly, but was the actual overall purpose for your better good? We have to think about that one. Looks to me like NFAC put us. No, okay. So you said that, and like I said, if we're sticking to that, I definitely at one time thought like that. But when I look at the overall lining of things, I say the people are the real agents. The people are the real agents, because everybody wants to be the leader. Everybody wants to be the Messiah. Everybody wants to be that one that's been touched by what they call God. But everybody isn't going to be that. Everybody isn't even going to have the willpower to even come up with a plan, to even make a move, to even gather enough people, to even be able to have a reason to speak for the masses. It doesn't come to everybody. It only comes to a few. So I want you to think about.
But it does come.
Oh, and it does come. And who's to say it didn't come and we missed the train? We missed the bus. Because now they've already silenced him. Now he can't speak.
But you still got the opportunity to get on the next one.
Will I be alive when the next one comes?
God willing.
Again, that's for you that believe in God.
Well, you know what I'm saying? For me, I believe in him for you.
Don't believe in him for me, because I don't want to believe in God.
I'm saying.
I'm God.
I'm answering your question, though. When you said, are you going to be here to catch the next one? From my point of view, I'm saying, yeah, God willing, because that's what I believe. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha. No, most definitely, and I rock with you, my G. I'm definitely with you on that. But I just say that, you know what I mean, before we go ahead and move on, I definitely would have loved for you to call in. He says, crisis activist, I think he meant to say activist. They brought out Angry Viking for white folk. G.I. Joe versus Cobra, Civil Rights Wrestling Federation. I saw that too. But was it them, or did they actually just come out? Because they're a militia group too. And again, when there's something negative, there's something positive. And when there's something positive, there's going to always be something negative. Because negative and positive only exist because the other exists. So that person that you're saying probably came out because they were going to come out, whether or not, regardless of anything, because it was a black person that has a group, and this is a opposite, a European, a white group that has a group. And so they're going to oppose each other. The energy is going to turn, it's going to come, it's going to push, it's going to thrive, it's going to end up exploding. It's negative and positive. That's just what happens. So I do look at that and say, hey, were these crisis actors? Was this a script? But then I also look at the realities of life, negative and positive, dark and light. And I realize that whenever something happens, something else of the polar opposite is going to happen. And that's just what it is. Oh, crisis actor plus activist. I mean, hey, to each their own. But since you're saying that, can I get you to call in so that way we can talk live on the phone? Because you actually are, you say some things that are very logical that a person would think about, but then are you able to prove those things? Or actually make it make sense in your vernacular? Because I can read it, and if I'm reading it, then I'm reading it out and broadcasting it out to the world. So it's really me putting energy out based on what you're saying. And I'm not disagreeing with you at all. I'm not agreeing with you at all either. I'm just saying. But it's really me helping you out. I'm actually spreading your views out to the world. So I want you to call in and let's go back and forth and let's see if we can kind of come to some kind of conclusion. It says half the white militias that showed in Louisville were feds. I don't disagree with you. I don't disagree with you.
Yeah,
I guarantee you there's some feds in the NFAC.
Just like the ones that raided the Capitol.
Yeah,
a lot of law enforcement.
Hey, it's going to be feds.
All kind of, man.
I listen, if you go in your neighborhood,
what they do.
There's probably 1 or 2 feds mixed into your neighborhood and you just don't even know it. And if they're not actual feds, they're fed informants. So they're still feds. I mean, they're going to pop up everywhere. But my thing is GMJ an actual fed? Is he an agent? Because this is the label that I'm hearing. And and he's not really giving too much of a response. First of all, they silenced him, but a lot of people are running with it because if you let a lie hang on long enough and without a response, it becomes a lie. I mean, it becomes the truth. And a lot of people are pinning this on him with no real facts. And so, like I said, because I'm unbiased, I just wanted to clear the airwaves and just say, can anybody prove what they're saying? Because I'm hearing a lot of it. But then I'm not really hearing a lot of support when a lot of support was there in the beginning. So what's really going on? So I'm going to go ahead and let you guys get about 3 minutes to 4 minutes. Just think about it before we move on. Call in. Number is on the screen, 951-799-9021. Again, that's 951-799-9021. Please call in. Want to hear what you have to say about any subjects, even if it's not this one. On what level did they silence him? Can you? Well, before I go and take this commercial break, yes, Aaron, they actually silenced him they removed his rights from being able to broadcast on live airwaves. So he can't come on and do an interview. He's unable to come on and do an interview. He's unable to make any public, social appearances to make a statement. He can't do any of those. So silence him. Yes, they actually silenced him, meaning that if he does that, then they're going to actually go and lock him up. And then when they lock him up under the jails, nobody's going to come out there and fight for him because nobody's doing it now. Nobody is willing to go and tear down the jailhouses for him. So why would he go and say anything and risk himself of being locked up when you guys already think he's a fed? Meaning you guys are going to say, hey, he just went away, disappeared, went back to go be a police or a fed somewhere. In the meantime, he's rotting under jail, getting ready, probably getting fed poison and about to die. And you guys are coming up with conspiracy theories. This is crazy. But this is what this is all about. So we're going to go ahead and take a break. Please do stick with me. We'll be right back. You guys make sure y'all hit that line. And when we come back with G's Mystery Show World Revealed, I definitely want to hear somebody with something interesting about this.
You are now tuned in to G's Mystery Show, Our World Revealed. You are now tuned in to G's Mystery Show, Our World Revealed. You are now tuned in
to G's Mystery Show, Our World Revealed. You are now tuned in to G's Mystery Show, Our World Revealed. You are now tuned in to G's Mystery Show, Our World Revealed. You are now tuned in to G's Mystery Show, Our World Revealed. You are now tuned in to G's Mystery Show, Our World Revealed. You are now tuned in to G's Mystery Show, Our World Revealed. You are now tuned in. I want to thank you all for tuning in to G's Mystery Show, Our World Revealed. We are here at 7:58 p.m. on Mountain Time. Wherever you are at, I have no clue. But it's either 1 hour or 2 hours above, based on East Coast or West Coast times. 5, how you feeling tonight, man?
Oh, man, I'm good.
Yeah.
Man, what you do?
I know we've been off a topic tonight a lot. It's been very deep, very heavy, kind of weird at the same time, but definitely informative. What do you think, man, so far about some of this stuff? From the pictures, the God stuff, to now GMJ. Like, what is this? What is going on here, man?
Oh, man. Yeah, it's one of those nights, man. Just, everything bouncing off the walls around here.
Hey, man, that's what we do. Yeah. Anyhow, definitely. So let me go in here into this chat room and see what they're over here talking about. All right. On what levels did we heard? All right. So, yeah, basically, if you guys was not tuned in and you want to catch up, we were on GMJ. Did the government silence him? Where's the support for him? Is he an agent? Why do they come up with these conspiracies about him? Are they true? And then the biggest one to me out of all of them is this no ammo inside the weapons conspiracy. Because if they didn't have ammo in the weapons, that's some crazy stuff right there. That's suicide mission. But again, you guys are putting this on a man to where you guys have to have some kind of proof. Otherwise, everything is allegedly. But those allegedly can definitely shame a man, and which he's just not by himself. He actually has an organization, which you guys can definitely begin to break down the interior of that whole movement. And again, when I look at the overall movement, it looked like it definitely was for the best of the people, to be honest with you. And I just think that everybody wants to be the Jesus, and everybody can't be Jesus, and only a few people come about in lifetimes or eras that are able to gather that type of energy and make something happen. Because you could be the best, whatever you think you are, athlete, whatever, but I guarantee you a group of people ain't gonna get behind you and move anywhere with you at all. They're gonna tell you, get your ass on. You see what I'm saying? So you guys definitely need to pay attention to that. So now let's go ahead and move on. Let me ask you 5. When it comes to safe cities, what comes to your mind?
Safe city?
Safe.
Shit, nowhere's actually safe. Shit.
He said, "Ain't shit safe, huh?"
Man.
Nowhere. In America, there's nowhere safe.
I mean, everywhere got they.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. There's nowhere safe. What about Ventura, California?
No.
No, not even Ventura, California.
Nope.
What about somewhere in Maine?
Nope.
No.
Niggas there too.
Any of my African listeners out there, because I know you guys are out there. If you can't call in, please do. If you don't, it's okay. But just give me a telepathic answer. What's the safest city out there in the country of Africa? Okay, I got you. Oh, there isn't. Oh, no, there is? There's a lot? Oh, okay. Man, you guys got more than America. So I asked that because, of course, based on the Let's Talk About It intro, which you all saw, and the actual title inside the show, Atlanta. Atlanta appears to be one of those new, thriving, go-to places where everybody is migrating to, especially if you're black, so-called black. You're a celebrity. Matter of fact, everybody from Hollywood, everybody from the Big Apple is now in Atlanta. What's that about, Five?
Shit, I know it's cheap as shit down there, but
So that's
shit,
wherever the
you know,
money is cheap, that's where motherfuckers is heading out
Tyler
to.
Perry got them studios down there, so
Oh, that's right. That's right. He did build a studio down there. Huh?
yeah, and he took Beverly Hills.
Beverly Hills.
Yeah, he took Hollywood to the south.
He took that shit all the way out there. Matter of fact, I think that's where they filmed The Walking Dead as well, out there in Georgia.
Coming to America.
They filmed that out there. Coming to America too. It's filmed out there. Damn. Yeah. So Atlanta's thriving, man. So then, let me ask you, man, what is it when a white male, a youngster at that, goes on a killing spree in Atlanta, when you would think that it would be somebody of a black hue?
Why would you think that?
I don't think that. The
Niggas
media
don't
would think that. I'm speaking for the media. You know me. I think melanated people are the most innocent, harmless people on the planet.
Man, yeah, they trying to whitewash this one for real. You know, they don't want to call it. They doing everything in their power trying not to call this a hate crime, when Stevie Wonder can see that it's a fucking hate crime. You know what I'm saying? Like get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. Bluegrass says, "I feel safe everywhere. Your safety is your responsibility."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course you can feel safe. That don't mean
That
your
don't-
ass
that don't-
is.
that don't mean you
'Cause,
safe.
you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
No, yeah, that's a fact. No, that's a fact.
Come around them real. Man.
I agree with you, Bluegrass, to a certain extent.
Where you from, Bluegrass? He from
I don't
Louisville?
know. I don't know.
You from
probably
Kentucky?
from Louisville. You know what I
okay.
mean? But at the same
Okay,
time,
yeah, Kentucky got this.
it says no. But I like I said, I agree with you 50%, Bluegrass. But like I said, I got to roll with 5 on this one. That you could think you safe, and some shit can happen to you real quick that'll make you in that safety run like a motherfucker. You know what I mean? So it's really a toss up on that. So when I say safe, I mean to where you can actually leave your doors unlocked, how Canada used to be. It ain't like that no more. But maybe about 15 years ago in Canada, maybe 20, because rap definitely has invaded Canada. But maybe about 15. Well, now you can't even do that in Moreno Valley. You niggas are getting you. Niggas will walk in your house, nigga, and cook on your stove. You know what I mean? Nah.
This was the late 80s.
Talking about
This was the late 80s. I was, back then.
late 80s. You really, you know what I mean? Like I said, from what I do know, Canada used to be like one of the places you can actually leave your doors unlocked, not worry about anything, go to any parlor, get a regular massage, because you can't do that. Well, yeah, you could do that out here in AZ and in California. You definitely could still get regular massages. But let me ask you.
That happy ending?
Don't you say that. When you say this guy getting happy in the massages.
Man,
But when you say
never had one.
yeah, me neither. I don't even think I would want one. So that matter of fact, and when we're speaking about massage parlors, and we're speaking about Atlanta, and we're speaking about this young, crazy, whacked out looking dude, Aaron, what was his name? Aaron Rodgers or something like that. No, please don't. Aaron Rodgers, the football player. I don't want to disrespect you like that, OG. You know what I mean? So let me get his name right.
I'm glad
let me clear that. Yeah, I don't want to have Aaron Rodgers. People's calling me up for smutting his name out there. You know what I mean? So we're gonna go ahead and get my man's name right. Aaron. Says awareness guns, doors online. All right, you know what? I can't find his name right now. It's too much to go through. But I know his first name is Aaron. I'm just not gonna say his last name, so that way we protect the innocent, actual Aaron Rodgers, because they have a close name. So we'll go Aaron, almost like Hernandez, because him and Aaron Hernandez can kind of go. Or is he a little bit more wilder than Aaron Hernandez?
Oh, man,
he got him beat. He got him beat?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You gotta talk to me, man. I don't know.
Oh, man.
All right,
This dude, you know what I'm saying, went to 3 different massage parlors and shot them up. And they want to sugarcoat it, talking about his sexual fetish. Man, get the fuck out of here with that.
Oh, let me give you his correct name. His correct name is Robert Aaron Long. Robert Aaron Long. So, Aaron Rodgers, you're off the hook. My apologies again. We got it right. Robert Aaron Long. All right? Because that's a disgusting, crazy lunatic right there. And so since you was talking about whitewashing, when you say whitewashing, what do you mean by whitewashing?
It's when the obvious view or what's plainly there, what it is, and
they're just trying to just overlook it, throw it underneath
and because it affects people that look like you and I, but
none of them look like you and I, though.
I know. I'm just saying in general, hypothetical. I'm just giving you what I think, and seeing it through only their eyes. You know what I'm saying? And it's been that way for years, centuries.
I mean, so let me ask you this. So when you say whitewashing in regards to this case, the 8 killings in Atlanta, they say 6 of them were Asian females.
Yes.
The other 2 unidentified.
I believe it was
So,
a white woman that got shot.
Okay, so let me ask you, why are they not identifying the other 2?
I don't know.
So are they trying to make it
But I heard
a race?
One of the other 2 was a white woman.
No, I don't disagree with you. But from when I look at the reports and I look at it, it's like kind of hard to determine because they're not giving the full detail. They keep saying 6 Asian women and 2 others were wounded. And so you say it's a white woman. I've heard white woman and something else, but what's the confirm? But they confirmed 6 Asian ladies. So so are they trying to race bait to where they are trying to make it something, or is it?
I'm pretty sure. I mean, shit, every boxer needs an opponent.
So that's why I said there's always some kind of polar opposite to something. So
they get money from both sides. You know what I'm saying, to oppose it.
But I mean, what
to be with it.
Says false flag psyop reported in a way to cause racial tensions. Now, like I said, I'm going to only go 50% here with you, Bluegrass, because you can't go all the way like that. When you say that it's a false flag, then you have to kind of like step back a little bit. That's the same thing that people try to go with the Sandy Hook thing and say it didn't happen when it did happen. But was it something else inside of it? Possibly. But you can't say it didn't happen because it did happen. You see, that's the only thing that I go with. You guys can't say it didn't happen because it did happen. You know, so yeah, let me go ahead and move that. Somebody is blowing this damn phone up. Oh, Maricopa County Assessor Paul Peterson sentenced to 5 additional years. That's some Arizona news. It's blowing up. But anyhow, we ain't in G's news report anymore. So, Aaron, if you want to go ahead and call in, the number to call on the screen is 951-799-9021. Again, that's 951-799-9021. Now, again, what I was going to ask you, Five, while we wait for him to call in, or whoever else would like to call in, chime in, and touch on anything that we have talked about tonight, or what we will talk about, feel free to. Also, you can also hit that Cash App if you like and want to support the show. Keep us on air and running. I never ask you guys for anything. I never even promote this type of stuff. But sometimes, you know, some guys, you guys may really want to support the show. You might like what you're hearing and what's going on here and want to keep us on the air for a while. And so that's the way you can support $, capital LYNK, capital N. Again, that's $, capital LYNK, capital N, or big N at the end. You know, I like big N. Big N. Anyhow, you know, you guys also, if you want to go ahead and hit the music, you guys want your reviews done, go ahead, send in that information. Send in whatever songs or whatever you want out there and get them reviewed on the show. That's at G'sMysteryShow@gmail.com. That's GEESMYSTERYSHOW@gmail.com. All right. So now back to what I was saying about this Atlanta and this mysterious case that's going on here. Five, do you believe that was a hate crime?
Well, yeah.
So just because it was 6 Asians killed, you believe that makes sense?
I mean, that's what was targeted. So yeah.
Now,
the other two just got caught up in the mix.
So they're also saying that he was allegedly maybe had sexual intercourse with somebody in there.
Yeah, said he had a sexual fetish with the whole get down.
So again, did he have a sexual relation possibly with some of these ladies in here?
I don't know.
And I'm not justifying any of this weird stuff, but
he went to 3 of them. He went to 3.
That's my point. He went to 3 of them. So if he's going to 3 different parlors, that means to me, he's trying 3 different types of pussy. Just being real. He's going to this Asian parlor,
so
getting a massage. That's not a reason to kill. So this is why I'm trying to say it has nothing.
Mad at one.
Okay, so this is why I'm trying to. This
you
why
can't
I'm
be mad. You can't struck.
This
you
is
can't struck out that bad, nigga.
This
at
is
3 whole goddamn establishments.
No, you're right. No, I'm not saying he struck out. No, so this is what I'm getting to. They say it's a hate crime, but how do we know this isn't a serial killer? Because a lot of serial killers kill the people they have sex with. A lot of them, they stalk and prey on the people that they're hunting.
Serial killer kills for no reason. Kill mass people for no reasons.
No, they kill. No, they kill because they have a fetish. They don't just kill for no reason. They if a person ain't just gonna stand outside your house and just wait for you to come for no reason, that's a fetish. That's an actual desire. That's a sick desire.
Fetish,
no, it's a fetish. It's a desire. It's a lust. It's an energy that's balled into him that has to be acted upon. And so if he acted upon 3 different parlors, is that a hate crime or is that a serial killer? I'm going to go ahead and take this call. Caller, area code 323. You are on G's Mystery Show. Where you calling from and what is your name? That's what's up. What it do, eh? Ain't nothing much. What you got on your mind? What you here to talk about? Appreciate that. whichever subject you want to talk about. We've touched a lot of weird stuff tonight. What? No, I think he dropped. Your line dropped out, but you can always call back in because I definitely want to hear what was on your mind.
Can't hear.
No, but he dropped off. He fell off. But I'm going to go ahead and read what Bluegrass just said. He says, only one ambulance responded to Sandy Hook, and the camel guy found in the woods with news choppers seemed fishy to me. Okay. I agree with you. A lot of stuff seems fishy. A lot of stuff that goes on in the world is fishy. But does that make it not real? That's what we have to really sit down and analyze. Because I could tell you what's not real, but then you guys are going to call me crazy. If I told you gravity is not real, you guys are going to say I'm crazy, I'm weird. But when I tell you Sandy Hook is real, it just may look fishy. Or I say GMJ's not an agent, he just looks like an agent. You guys are going to go the opposite way. But I say to you guys, gravity isn't real, and Einstein tells you it's a theory, and all of his things were theories, but you guys make it a fact. So all I say is just let's look at the words that we're using and the way that we're directing it towards whichever agenda that we're or agenda that we're swaying it towards, and let's just see if it actually makes sense. Does it really make sense to say that this stuff isn't real when it's real, but it just looks fishy? You know what I mean, Jelly Beans? Five, what you about to say something? No?
Oh, man, I was...
Whenever I say something about gravity, I know you because, you know, gravity comes up every show.
Yeah, basically.
And, you know, this was a good point to make right here about gravity is that, you know, Darwin gave the name gravity, but Einstein attempted to prove it, and he didn't. It was just called the theory of relativity. A theory of relativity.
Right.
Not a fact of relativity. So we have to remember these type of things, the words that we're using, and when they're using the words, let's be technical and listen to what they're saying. If he's telling you it's a theory, then it's a theory. If we're really observing and can really see people killed, bloody, not painted blood, real people injured, real people hurt, we got to back off some of that crazy stuff and come back to reality. Everything is not a conspiracy, even though it may look like a conspiracy, because I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but I guess I'm somewhat like you guys, because I'm into conspiracies. I'm just not the theorist. You know what I mean? I'm just the guy who tries to solve the mysteries. I'm into them. But are they really what you guys make it all out to be? Or is it just as simple as, man, motherfuckers is crazy in this world? I believe we have A back. Caller with the area code 323. Is this Aaron? Yeah, what happened? Oh, yeah. You was probably just jibber jabbering away, bro, and you was already off the line. All right, but yeah, but you are more than free now to go ahead and chime in on whatever you had that was on your mind.
Well, where'd I get cut off at?
I don't know, because we didn't hear you say not a word.
Oh, damn.
We never heard you.
All right. Well, I was just saying, like, it's an accumulation of all these things. Everything that everybody's saying with the topic that we own about this guy, is it a hate crime? Is he a serial killer? Is it? I mean, I don't know what the third thing could be, because they're just the media is trying to make all these issues, and it just seems like the media is trying to do what they're trying to do is make it seem like white people are not terrorists. You know what I'm saying?
That's
definitely what he did
was
a terrorist act. You know what I'm saying? And what, you know, besides being a hate crime, I mean, he should be charged as a terrorist for what he did. You get what I'm saying?
Agreed.
If the media wants to go ahead and make it and push all this, you know, every time I watch the news, and I don't watch the news very much. The only time I watch the news when I'm at work, at post. You know what I'm saying? looking at the news. That's the only time, really, other than when I see little thumbnails or something on something, or walking through the house and my dad watches the news all day, every day. You get what I'm saying? But like,
he's one of those old media guys. You need to tell your dad to start watching G's Mystery Show and get into some of this new media for real. You know what I mean? Have some fun while you listen to the news. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I feel you on that. But yeah, man, that guy's a terrorist, man. You know, regardless
I agree with
of all this, you know, he's a terrorist. You know, he should be charged. I mean, he shouldn't get the death penalty. He should be thrown under the jail for lifetimes, over lifetimes. You know what I'm saying? And his demons need to deal with him. You know what I'm saying? In solitary confinement. You feel me?
Well, not in solitary confinement. You put him in solitary confinement, he's by himself. You want to throw him in there with the inmates. You want to throw him in there with the inmates. Yeah. You know what happened to Jeffrey Dahmer? You know somebody came in the shower behind that motherfucker.
The minute he finally got
for a long time. Nobody couldn't touch him.
And when he finally hit the population,
as soon as he finally touched that population floor,
that mop stick off on him.
Bruh, got him dirty. You know who Whitey Bulger is? Whitey Bulger?
But you know what?
As soon as you touch the floor, you got to let them get him. You see what I'm saying?
Well, I was also about to say this. You know what I'm saying? You know, you throw somebody in jail for the rest of their life. It also affects the taxpayer. That's just like, you know, when a black man or anybody gets killed by the police, and then there's a civil lawsuit against the police department. The taxpayers pay for that in the long run. You know what I'm saying? That gets charged against the funds that we get that's supposed to go to education and roads and infrastructure and things like that. That gets taken out of taxpayers' money when we put people in jail for the rest of their life.
No, that's a fact. That's a fact. So let me ask you this. Let me ask you this, Let me ask you this real quick. Do you believe that Robert had any sexual relations with any of these ladies inside the parlor, the massage parlors?
To me, I really don't think it even matters.
No, it doesn't, but it does if you want to know all the details. You want to know all the connections
you ask me what I think. But I'm gonna ask you. If they say he has sexual interactions with them, then hey, that's what it is. That's what he has sexual interactions. He might have caught herpes from one of them. He don't know who did it. He's killing them all. You know what I'm saying?
No, you're right. But I don't even care about the herpes thing. So this is what I'm just trying to say. I'm just trying to separate. I'm trying to separate it. Is it a hate crime, or is this a serial killer? Because
this is what I'm saying.
Because if he hates him, why would he have sex with him if he hates him?
But what I'm saying is, he's a serial killer. Definitely, he killed anything. If there's a certain number, he killed 8 people. He's a serial killer.
Listen. I agree with you. That's what I'm getting here. Listen to what I'm saying here. See, you're making my point. What I'm saying here is this. Is this a hate crime? Or are we dealing with just a crazy serial killer?
I told you what it is.
I agree with you.
It's a terrorist act.
He's definitely a terrorist act, but sometimes a terrorist act could just be a person threatening you, a person vandalizing your home. This nigga is murdering motherfuckers. So this is a serial killer.
All those charges.
Yeah, he should get it. You are absolutely right. But they can't just narrow it down to no hate crime. They can't just say this is a hate crime.
But
nigga, this is a serial killer.
That's the type of time the media is on right now. You know what I'm saying? They on this hate crime stuff because they on this people and the Asian community being attacked. They're just on this so much. You feel me?
Yeah, you can, but when a serial killer is somebody who's killing multiple people, and he did that. He didn't just kill one.
And he really targeted a certain.
But did he target? Did he target them to kill him? Or I mean, obviously he targeted them to kill him. Yeah. So I'll take that back. But let me ask you this: if he's targeting them, he's also targeted them possibly for sex, which means he likes these people. He has a fetish for these people, and most serial killers have a fetish for the person they're about to kill.
He's still fucking.
So I'm not. He's more than a piece of shit. But does this make him just only hate crime, or is this nigga really a serial killer and needs to be dealt with in a serial killer manner? Because the hate crime, they're just going to throw him in jail, like he said, put him in solitary. He's going to get out.
Both.
Well, he won't ever get out, but
both.
Said he
both.
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 Yeah. What about you, A? So you say all of it, huh? Terrorist, serial killer, hate crime. It doesn't even matter. He just needs to be
Throw
dealt
the
with,
book
correct?
at his ass.
You know, to me,
As they
to
say.
me, like, it matters. You know how, I know how you think about what matters. It definitely matters. You know what I'm saying? Because it's out there, it's in the news, it's in the world. The energy's put out. You know what I'm saying? But what I don't like most about the situation is how the media likes to. I don't know if it's persuade people to keep their mind stuck on like just one little thing here and then it's another little thing there. Right now they're heavy on this attack on the Asian Americans, you know what I'm saying? They're heavy on it. Super duper heavy on attack on the Asian Americans. And then they're tying this in with this guy who goes to massage parlors to get massages and have sex.
So
most massage parlors
they're not
that have sex are owned by Asians.
Trust me,
So
listen. So this is what I'm getting to. See, I didn't want to say that because I didn't want to be people biased on the show, and I would rather have a caller call in and give their views, so that way I could either disagree or agree. And like I said, you just again hit the hammer on the nail. For us in the urban communities, aka what they used to call the hoods, we know massage parlors, Asian, and this doesn't go for like Asian good people and just regular citizens who are Asian Americans, whatever. I'm Asians in just Asia. I'm not talking about just like that, but just hear me out. In the communities, I'm right here. I'm right here. Yeah, you're good. You're good. In the communities, we know that massage parlors that's going to allow you to do the do are Asian massage parlors. There is no black massage parlor that I've been to that I've ever heard that does that. And I don't do that. I mean, I'm just talking about stories.
Right.
I don't hear black. I don't even hear white massage parlors. Only parlors that I hear are Asian parlors. Now, I'm not saying that they don't exist. I'm not saying that they don't exist. But this should bring awareness now that this happened. It's a tragedy, but out of this tragedy, maybe some clarity may come out of this. Because now, maybe they'll take a look at what's really going on inside some of these Asian parlors. Because yes,
you know, it's a lot of stuff going on in there. You know what I'm saying? It's
a lot of stuff will be
but
revealed.
That's not all of them, and not even to make speculation, but you know, like just talking about Atlanta, what you were saying about the safest place. You know what I'm saying? Like let's. I don't know if it was your show or somebody else's show, but they were talking about they were talking about how you know the Pan-Africanism and going back to Africa. It was somebody's show that was trying to. Oh yeah, okay.
Oh, you're talking about Keedy Obiabadu?
No, it wasn't Keedy's show. It's this dude. I gotta think of his name. It's on the tip of my tongue, but I can't think of it. But he was trying to say that like the bad media that's telling people they shouldn't go to Africa is that they're trying to put bad media out so that the tourism in Africa won't grow, so that Africa economy can't grow in that aspect. You get what I'm saying?
No, you're absolutely
they're
correct.
All this bad media, like the Africans are attacking the Asians, and then they're running them out of there, and they're trying to make it seem like all this bad shit is happening. It's bad shit happening everywhere in the world. You know what I'm saying? It just depends on like I heard somebody else say on another person's podcast. It's like it depends on what type of problems are you willing to deal with. You know what I'm saying? They're like depending on what you think is safe. You know what I'm saying? Or how responsible or where somebody is, you know, shit can happen anywhere. You know what I'm saying? You know, you can feel safe all you
you're
want.
fact. But let me ask a real question. And 5A, anybody can touch this. Would Africa be wrong for kicking Asians out of Africa?
Yeah, why?
Why wouldn't they? If a lot of Asians are over there and I'm talking to some of the people over in the country, and then I even deal with Keedy, who's over in the country, and they're letting us know that a lot of the Asians are out there kind of seizing over the continent. They're actually migrating their people from the crowded parts of Asia into Africa, to where now that is becoming their home, to where now they're, like he said, they're detouring us from wanting to visit there, and think that it's such a bad place, a horrible place to visit or even experience. Yet those that know are already moving over there and enjoying the resources and minerals and the land and the environment, the sunshine, and just the utopia that's really over there. And so it's like they're tricking us. They're using a reverse psychology on us. And yet when I look over there in some of the Asian countries, and especially during COVID, I saw a lot of the Asians kicking a lot of the what you call black people out into the streets, saying that this was you guys' disease. And when it came from it, I literally saw this with my own eyes. And so I saw them treating these people who were like me horribly. At the same time, I don't say do them the same, but I'm just saying that's their country. So if they're saying, hey, get out of my country, get out. So but at least give me a plane ticket and some money to go, because I've been living here paying rent, been teaching you guys this English and all that. Because a lot of these people they were treating like that were teachers who was teaching these people how to speak English. So when I look back now and I say, well, dang, over in Africa, I know it's a lot of stuff that's going on with Asians and Africa. I mean, are they wrong for now saying, hey, man, look, you guys are over here. Y'all taking advantage. Y'all doing too much. You guys have a bigger plot and a scheme that we not really cool with. We see what you guys are doing, and we kind of just want to keep Africa, Africa. We don't want it to be Africa, Asia, or Africa, Asia, Eurasia, whatever you want to put together. We want it to just be Africa. And so let's just keep this Africa. You guys got Asia. You guys got the billions of people, and we want our billions of people. And so what's wrong with that? But then, like I said, if we tie this in now to what's going on over here, this isn't about me attacking any Asians, you know what I mean, or any white people. This is about a nut crazy motherfucker in Atlanta, which Atlanta is like the new urban populous place, but somehow in the mix of all of this, because you got a crazy nut white boy out here who's barely 21 years old killing Asians. And then the other two people that get hurt really isn't mentioned in this. So they're directing this straight towards Asian,
right. They're
specifically
trying to keep the Asian atmosphere, like the talk about all this Asian stuff going on, you know. But they making it. It's almost like someone watering down the Me Too movement or something with some bullshit. You feel me? Like coming out like one of these females talking about the T.I. and Tiny thing. You feel me? Like one of all these females is taking the money. You feel me? But at the same time, they want to like turn them in and be mad at them for what? You get what I'm saying?
No, that's a fact. I mean, like the Me Too movement is crazy. Although some cases definitely need to be addressed, but the Me Too movement is crazy. It's crazy.
There's certain people that do certain things to water down the Me Too movement, and this doesn't make it look good on the Me Too movement. So what I'm trying to say is the media is what they're trying to do with this hate crimes on the Asian community. They're kind of watering it down, tying this subject of this serial killer situation.
I agree.
This Asian hate crime thing.
I agree. I don't think it's a hate crime at all. I think that this is a serial crazy killing motherfucker who had a fetish for Asians, and he was stalking them, and he did what he did.
But let's say that we look into his background, we find out that he is like one of these MAGA supporters, you know what I'm saying? Let's find out that he was one of these people that was at the Capitol. You get what I'm saying? Then that does matter because it lets you it kind of shows you what might have propelled him to go and do that. You get what I'm saying?
No, I disagree. I disagree with that only because a person can be part of my household, and then that nigga go over there and do some weird shit. That doesn't mean he got that from me.
No. I wasn't. I'm not sure what you mean by that.
Okay, let me explain. No, let me explain it then in a way to where it's a little bit more understandable. So, you said that if he was part of MAGA, that could be a reason why he did what he did, right?
No. I'm not saying him being a part of MAGA is the reason why he did. What I'm trying to say, it lets you know his thought pattern.
But that's what I'm saying. That wouldn't even
that's going on through his mind. That'll propel him. So what I'm trying to say is like he's one of these like very easily influenced type people that sees the media and sees the news and gets influenced by what the media is telling him. You get what I'm saying? He doesn't really think about shit completely.
No, you're saying he's a
can't.
can't get right. No, I agree with you. I don't disagree with that analogy of him. He could be a person who just can't get right. But his ideals, his formulations, he might be a part of a group, and I'm not even saying he's a part of MAGA. But if he is a part of that, that doesn't mean that Trump think like that. That doesn't mean that everybody else in that is even talking about this. Hold on. I know you're not. But I'm just trying to clarify for just everybody who may be listening. Is that this person is already sick, and he's just a part of a group. Possibly, the group is just something that he latched on to. Possibly, if he even is attached to that group, which I'm not even attaching him to that group, but. Because I don't even fuck with MAGA anyways, but I'm not attaching him to that group. But that wouldn't be the reason why he did what he did, or even be a reason why. Now, what would be a reason why somebody would do what they do, like storming the Capitol building? Everybody's in on it because that's a movement. But now, one person just snapping and doing what they want to do, that's a person that's sick. That's out of their out of their brain. He's already sick. Do you get what I'm saying?
Think about this. What if it's part of a movement where seeing shit like that on the news makes the next sick person notice it on the news, and it's being propelled on the news, all over the news, so that the next person gets a good idea to them to go do some other weird shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Then the next person goes and do some weird shit. It's like the media, the media like knows what they're doing. You get what I'm saying?
They do. It's about sound bites. You take clips and you have people watch those clips over and over and over again. Like, I guarantee if you ask your dad right now, you watch the news 24 hours a day, but I bet you he don't even realize that he's probably seen the same news clip every 2 hours. He's been watching the same news every 2 hours. So when people fall asleep to CNN, NBC, and all that other stuff, they're watching the same clip over and over until the next day. So they're going to constantly put this into your subconscious. So now on the news, and I don't even watch the news. I actually just go to clippings and read clips and read the actual news articles. I don't actually look at the news. So when a person is constantly seeing that, if I constantly kept seeing hate crime, in my mind, when I come on air, I would probably be talking about a hate crime. But because I'm not even into the world, I'm in my own little bubble, and just doing my own thing. When I actually come into some shit, I'm actually looking at it at a clear view of an overall look of it all, like what it is and what it isn't, because I'm fresh to it. I'm not being indoctrinated with anything. And so everybody is running towards this hate crime, and that's what they're making it. When how do we know we're not dealing with a serial killer who was having interactions with these ladies? And then that doesn't matter because he still killed them at the end of the day. But because he didn't just kill one, and he killed a mass group of people, now this is where the serial killing comes into play. Maybe we need to look and see, did he kill anybody else? It's just not focus on just some Asians, because we know that he killed them. Now let's go and see who else did he kill. Because we may be dealing with a serial killer on our loose, or that we now captured. But he's 21 and he's already young. So if he's killing at 21, it's probably a good chance he was probably killing at 16, because he's already out of it. So you want to go and see who's he connected to? Who else has came up missing around this guy? You know what I mean? And who maybe a lot of maybe some innocent, what you call black people in Atlanta, has been convicted of a crime he probably committed. Yeah, that he probably committed. So we need to go and take a look and see if this guy's a real serial killer, and not just is this a hate crime towards just these Asian Americans? Because obviously, if you ask me, looking at it unbiasedly, it appears that he actually liked these people. He was stalking these people, and it was more so of what a serial killer does when he's about to eat into his prey. You know, and so he went to 3 different parlors. So he had interactions with these 3 ladies, and because they are all Asian women, that kind of tells me that he has a fetish or some liking for Asians, because he could have killed black women. He could have killed all Turkish women. He could have looked at
that was something that I was trying to say. I think when I had got cut off, like when we're talking about God, like I told you before, like like God is like an accumulation of all things. You get what I'm saying? All living and non-living things. That's what I see God as. You get what I'm saying? Now you know what the etymology and the background where God comes from and everything, but once, you know, it gets into the world, then the world kind of makes what God is. So what I'm trying to say is like he's living an experience and everything's going on in the media, and it's a lot of moving parts that makes him goes and does what he does, including the things that's going on with himself. You feel me?
No, I definitely feel you. But let me say this to you, because you said something. I'm gonna say this, and then I'm gonna ask you a question. First, I'm gonna say you said something about the ideal of God in this, so I have to ask you: did God make man, or did man make God?
Well, I'm with you on this one. The man made God.
Gotcha. Okay. So now I'm with you already on that one. So then, if man made God, then everything that man is making this God into be is of their own figment of their imagination, right?
Yeah, I would have to say that.
So does God exist?
In a way.
So does God exist?
The word God definitely exists.
I didn't say that. I said whatever they're calling God is, does it exist?
That's what I have to say. Like, the word God exists. Does something that I've never seen, heard, feel, touch, or anything exist? I can say I kind of felt God, like when I was when I'm thinking and then I'm praying to God. You know, when I was praying to God, and then I say, hey, God, give me a sign. And then, you know, if a leaf falls off the tree, that means that's a sign. And then leaves fall off the tree all day, and a leaf falls off the tree 2 seconds later. You know what I'm saying?
Most definitely.
That might make me feel a certain way back then. You know what I'm saying? But now I know that leaves just fall off trees. You feel me?
No, I got you. But you still didn't answer my question when it says you. Does God exist?
God exists. Yes, God definitely exists. What I'm trying to say is to what I know as God, what you know as God, what your co-hosts know as God, what the world knows as God today, God exists. God definitely exists because man has made God. You get what I'm saying? So man has made something to be able to believe in, to be able to give reverence to, and give reverence to all things in the world, you know, majority for the good, all the good things in the world, you know what I'm saying? Because anybody who believes in God is not going to attach the bad things in the world to God. You get
why not? Why not? If they believe in God and God is the all, well, they don't look at God. I look at God, or the all, as the all, and God is just God's. But let's just speak on regular terms. Did God, like, is God not the author of bad?
Oh, God's the author of everything. If we want to look at it the way,
I agree with you.
You know, when Jehovah's Witnesses come to my house, I don't talk to them so that I can question everything, like so that I can argue with them. I talk to them. I give them the table. I listen to them. You know what I'm saying? And we cipher back and forth. You know. And then one day, you know, a group or two people came to my house. You feel me? And they're like, you know, we read the story of the nativity of Jesus. You know, when the three wise men is following the
northern
star. You know, the star in the sky. You feel me? So then they, you know, we went through all that, the parts where, you know, the three wise men meet up with the king, and the king sends them off to the mission to go find the Messiah, because the king was being advised by the Jews. You know what I'm saying? Or you know, the king's advisor was Jews at that time. The Egyptian king or whatnot was his advisor was, or I don't even know if it was Egyptian, but they were the Jews at that time. They were expecting the Messiah. They was telling them that it was going to be a Messiah that was going to overthrow him. So basically, the king wanted to find Jesus. So we went through all that part, and then we went through all the part where, you know, the king sent the army out. He sent the three wise men out. He told the three wise men to come back and report to him. You know, the king had his whole plan out. You know what I'm saying? So then after we went through all that, they asked me, "Do you think that this star? Who do you think was this star? Like, what do you think the star was?" And I told them, I think that's God, you know? And they like, what? How do you think that's God? So that made me think that they don't think that's God, because the star was the reason that led to a part in the story where all these babies were being killed, because the king was basically killing the Messiah, but he didn't know who it was. So any baby, he sent his army out to kill any baby that was younger than 2 years old.
Can I interrupt real quick?
Go ahead.
I would just say the story's bullshit. All right, now
Right.
let's just nail that in the coffin.
But what I'm trying to say is though, is according to that story, if we're gonna like talk about the story, we're gonna have to stay in context of the story. So what you're telling me is, do you think God is
No, I'm not
at fault for all the bad things in the world? So I'm gonna say God is gonna be at fault for everything in the world, because you know, God was what led the three wise men, or what I believe is to go and lead to get the information where Jesus was, or baby Jesus was, and they were supposed to report back to the king, but they didn't. And that's why he sent his army out to go kill all the kids, all the babies. You feel me?
Got you. But
so my answer to you is yes. You know, God is good. God is bad.
Oh, now that last part I agree with. The three kings and following the Star David and finding Jesus and all that other ludicrous stuff, that right there goes out the window with me. But as far as now, God, what I would equate to as the all, yes. Now you're talking my language. Now you're dealing with something that is good, and you're dealing with something that is bad. You're dealing with something that is the all. So when I keep, like I said earlier in the show, I keep listening to you guys say God. So that's why you guys keep, hold on. That's why you guys keep equating the way you guys direct your words towards this God, and you stop right there.
But let me share this with you though. Let me show you this quick. I'm gonna make it quick. I'm gonna make this part quick. See, good and bad is two different things, right?
Yes and no, because they actually are the same. They're just polar opposites. You see, because like,
I understand what you're saying.
I'm gonna clarify what I say, because you may, but other people may not. So now,
okay,
what's good to you may be bad to me, and what may be bad to me may be good for you. Do you get that?
Yeah, I get it.
Okay, now, a good and a good is just good. It's not bad, and a bad is not good. It's just bad. But in order for something to know that it's bad, there has to be something that's good, and it goes vice versa. For you to know something is good, there has to be something that you know to be bad. Am I wrong or right?
You're right.
Okay, I already know I'm right, and nobody can even argue with it. I just wait to hear somebody just disagree to where it's just going to sound crazy, because they can't. And so because I know what I'm saying and not believe what I'm saying, I'm only telling you what I know. And what I know is that all, not the God that people are talking about, but the all is all. It is negative, positive, dark, light, good, bad, whatever you can imagine or think of, fathom. It's there. Before the car was built, before the computer was built, the all had already had all the minerals already out, ready for anybody that can be willed into the planet with the knowledge and fortitude to come up with the ideal. The minerals were already here, which means the all is the all. It has already manifested everything that's going to be utilized within these times of all times to be produced and manifest. It doesn't need to do anything, for it is the all. It is above comprehension. But just know it is the all, and everything has already been manifested, which can be used at all times for all things, because the all has already granted that purpose, and anything else is beyond comprehension. So when people say God, put father on them, put he, put mother, put this, put that.
You're separating something from that's supposed to be whole. I'm not saying you, but when people do that, they're starting to separate, and that's when it's not all anymore.
No, that's a fact.
You're taking something away from it.
So now let me break it down even further. So now you're absolutely right. So now if we do separate, we've already been separated. We're already a part of the collective consciousness of what you call the all. We're collective consciousness, but we're individually experiencing things. that's going to all be brought back to the all. This is all a knowledge thing, a all gathering of a conscience, collective conscience to an ultimate all subconscious, which is the all. You are experiencing a conscious reaction to whatever it is that you call light, because you live in the light. You don't live in the dark. When you in the dark, you can't even see, and then you fall asleep. You don't reside in the dark. You're not strong enough to reside in the dark. It's different. You see what I'm saying? And I don't even want to get into deep, but like I said, bro, that at the end of it all is that it's a polar opposite to everything. And when you're dealing with God, then you're dealing with just whatever. I'm a God, you're a God, we're all gods, and we can be whatever. But when you're dealing with the all, you're dealing with something that is compiled of everything. So it's going to be good and it's going to be bad. And if you try to separate it, then you just are lying to yourself. And now you're going to roll up. And I'm talking about you, I'm talking about just people. You're going to go and wander off into a belief. Because now you're going to believe that your God is only good and that there's some other force out there that's bad, and not realize that the all is all. It controls everything. And it doesn't even have to control. It has already manifested everything. And everything is going to be what it's going to be. Now, here's what I was going to ask you, though. Are you aware of Grandmaster Jay?
Only from what I've heard, from what you said on the show or what somebody else said on the show, and then from like little clips of like when they were saying like Jam Master Jay was pulling security for Trump, like, and I was like, I honestly thought like, well, are they talking about Jam Master Jay, the DJ for, you know what I'm saying?
Well, Grandmaster Jay was a DJ too. You know what I mean?
Okay, but I thought it was the one from, you know, from the old school hip hop group, you know what I'm saying, Run DMC and stuff. You know what I'm talking about?
You're talking about Jam Master Jay.
I'm only familiar from what I've heard from on your show and what a couple people have said on your show.
Got you. So you never seen him in real time? Let me ask you. You never seen him in real time? You never seen him on your own time, like just watching?
I've never seen him speak. I've never watched any of his videos of him speak, but I don't know if I should even say what I think about the situation with.
Well, just go. Maybe you should. I mean, because you're part of the people, and see, like I said, this is what I'm getting to. Whatever people say about them, about Grandmaster Jay, is what the people who don't know about him is going to run with. So I definitely wanted to hear from a lot of people.
What I'm going to say is this. What's the NFAC stand for? What is it?
Not fucking around coalition. Okay, just like it says, not fucking around coalition.
I thought it was gonna be something more, you know, like on some like, you know, national. But that is. But let me chop that up. It is though. He's telling you, not fucking around coalition. He's letting niggas know, just like how NWA said, niggas with attitude. Yeah,
niggas, nigga. He's just telling you, not fucking around coalition. So I don't have to come with no high 15-letter word acronym, you know what I mean? For this, nigga, it is what it is. We're not fucking around, and I'm trying to build everybody up to not be fucking around. So if everybody gather aboard and not hold on, I got to get this out of here. If everybody builds up and not fuck around, then they'll realize we are not fucking around. But nobody did that, and everybody bashed them and said this and that and did this and this and this and that. And all of these motherfuckers is just jumping on board this train of just shitting on my G, like as if they don't see. Okay. You guys are playing. Hold on. Hey, they playing right into the government's trap, or the people who everybody be talking about. Everybody else is falling in. He says GMJ was a fraud in the DJ game. Hey. I heard that, and I seen some of that, and I'm not even trying to dispute that, because we're not even talking about if he was a real DJ or not.
Is that somebody in the comment section saying that?
Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, they're in the chat room.
But are they saying why he's a fraud? Like, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, that's what I'm trying to get them to. That's what I'm trying to get them to actually clarify with me, because everything that they're saying, I'm aware about.
The person in the chat, man, like, you know, like.
Well, I like them to talk. Say whatever they got to say. I
like them to talk, but I don't like it when people like throw stuff out there but don't explain clearly. Like, I understand why you want him to call in. You know?
Oh yeah, no, I just want them to call in so that way I can ask him personally over the phone on an actual chat and just hear his actual reactions or her reactions. I don't know if it's a male or a female. So,
I don't even know if it's a black person, white
no,
person,
and me either. And that's why I say it doesn't matter. But at the same time, I mean, I like let anybody say what they need to say. Say what you got to say.
It kind of does.
Well, it of course is going to matter if based on their philosophy and views. But what I'm saying is that I like everybody just to say whatever they're going to say. I just want to talk to the person. I want to talk to Bluegrass. I just want to hear your voice. I want to hear you enchant me. I want to be put in my place if needed to. I want you to tell me why GMJ is what he is. Or if you want to touch on another subject, you could even talk about that. It don't even have to be about this. But because I see that you have some kind of feelings about that, and you kind of sound like some of the YouTubers I be listening to, I definitely want to hear
That's
you guys.
the only thing that they commented on was Jam Master Jay. That's the only thing that they commented on.
His name isn't Jam Master Jay. It's Grandmaster Jay. Jam Master Jay is from Run DMC.
Grandmaster Jay. Yeah, Grandmaster.
Yeah, I mean
that's where the confusion comes from. It mixes up with.
No, most definitely, and that's because
what I'm trying to say is, my bad.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
Okay, what I'm trying to say about that is, I like the name Not Fucking Around. You can't go too far with that name. You know what I'm saying? But
why can't you go? Well, hold on. Why can't you go too far with that name? Because if you're not fucking around, hold on, watch this though. If you're not fucking around, that's the name of your organization, your group. That's the name of the military that you're creating. And when you're creating a military, that means you obviously have plans on creating your own country. So when you creating these things, you can call it whatever you want. I'm about to, nigga, if I could do that, I'm going to create my own language after that, nigga, and I'm going to call it whatever the fuck I choose to. I might even want to even call my I might even want to call my nationality niggas. I might want to really have the nationality of all my people called niggas. Because being real talk, that's all I really know my whole life is niggas. That's who we are.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And so I might just want to walk away and start my own nationality of niggas. And like that group, maybe you can do it a little different, but still in that format, because he came with the format. He came with something that, like I said, everybody could shit on it, but everybody's shitting on it. I haven't seen them produce nothing. So, like I say, when I hear some of the Moors speak out about GMJ, and I say, okay, I hear what everybody's saying. Some of those things can be valid, you know what I mean, if you want to perceive those things, but none of those things have been proven. And since none of those things have been proven, when I look at your organization, none of you guys have even moved even close to what this 1 year of what I've actually witnessed the organization being around now, 2 years now, but 1 year of it coming into fruition, doing more than what I've seen Nation of Islam do, more than I've seen the Moorish science temples do, more than I've seen regular niggas do, more than I've seen rappers do, more than I've seen millionaires do, more than I've seen billionaires do. So, I mean, let's just say even if he was an agent, right?
When you think he does more, you think he really done more than all these other organizations?
Yeah. When I say more, yeah. When I say more, yeah. You tell me what has Nation of Islam done? Where did they free? Who did they rise up? What army they got? What military they got? Where was they? Well, hold on. They've been around. Hold on. When I say more, okay, it's just like cancer and the zombie apocalypse, right? The zombie apocalypse is supposedly taking out a lot of people, but cancer has been around so long, it's taken out more, right?
Right.
Okay, so well, it's taken out more. So, go ahead. It's taken out more, but is cancer is cancer less than the zombie apocalypse?
I would say yeah, because it's killing.
Bruh, see that this is
a faster rate.
But it's not, and that's why, and that's what I'm trying to say when I say these things. It's about the trickery. I don't think a lot of people are seeing the tricks that are coming in behind it. If I manipulate the numbers, if you get sick and you die from diabetes, and I call it zombie apocalypse, then the numbers are going to go up. But at the end of the day, it's not. It hasn't taken out more people than cancer. Hasn't taken out more people than sugar. Hasn't taken out more people than AIDS, supposedly. So when we say these things,
It took out more people than AIDS.
It hasn't. It hasn't. How's it taken out? If it's only been 500 and something thousand people, more people have died in the last year than that. So that's what I'm saying. 500 and something thousand people. That's. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, hey, I told somebody the other day, if you look up how many people die from like all these years, like we've been studying the regular flu virus, the influenza virus, they say on average up to like 450 something thousand people die a year on the regular influenza virus. On average, you know what I'm saying? Up to 450,000 people die a year. So like like you say, like numbers are being pushed up, you know, for a reason. You know what I mean?
Numbers are being attached to bullshit that has nothing to do with what everybody keeps saying is killing people.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? I can go in and break my leg and die from shock, and they're going to say I died from the zombie apocalypse. That's what's going to go on my obituary. You know what I mean? And then everybody going to talk about he died from the zombie apocalypse. And I didn't even go that way. I could die of a heart attack, and that's what they're going to say. So we have to realize it's same thing. Like I said, man, when you're dealing with GMJ, you're dealing with this. Everybody is saying what it is, and who's to say it isn't? And then who's to say it is or isn't when it is? Because, like I said, I feel that he's an agent by default. Not really an agent, just a man that happened to have a military background, had the vernacular and the intelligence and the wherewithal to be able to run for president. Nobody knew about him, so when everybody's seeing him behind Trump and he's really there as a running candidate, everybody who didn't know about him is looking at him as he's a bodyguard or with this situation, when that's not the case. You know, the case is that's not the case. You know what I mean? Right. The actual case is the actual case is just that this man is trying to do something, possibly, and because he's just going along at it randomly in a way to where it's all new because it's just happening. He's not perfect. He's not perfected this way out of freedom to get freedom. He's learning like everybody else. Only thing is that he was possibly doing something, making movements. But everybody now has chipped off that movement and knocked that movement down to where now it's just there. It's just there.
Well, let me tell you what I think about him and his organization, or money of the organization. But what I want to say is this: even if it's not about him or the organization, you know, people do need to get armed and learn how to use weapons to protect themselves and their families. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. People also do need to get what you say it stands for in that
not fucking around coalition.
Not fucking around coalition. People do need to you know what I'm saying? Stop all the fake shit. You know what I'm saying? Because you had what was your boy that you had on your first show? Was it Mind Over Matter? Was that his name?
That's Mind Over Matter.
Yeah, just like Mind Over Matter. Mind Over Matter said that some of these people that was going with GMJ was weekend warriors. You know what I'm saying? So throughout the week, you know, they was fucking around because they not aligned, you know, 100% of their time with not fucking around. You know what I'm saying? They wasn't quitting their job and being about that life 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. You know what I'm saying? But before we go start handling guns and learn how to handle guns and doing things like that, you know, it's like a lot of people in our community, I guess the ones that we're trying to get to not fuck around no more, you know, to move forward. You know, people got to change a lot of shit they do in life too. You get what I'm saying?
I agree with you. I agree with you. You got to fix home first.
The things that we give our time to, you know what I'm saying? The things that we indulge in, we got to start checking that. You know what I'm saying? As individuals. So it's a long road ahead of us. But I think that where we're at, we don't have to like separating from the all. You get what I'm saying? Like we don't have to separate ourselves and kick the Chinese out. You know what I'm saying? We don't have to leave America and go back to Africa necessarily, because like it's a lot of shit out there and a lot of people saying that, you know. You feel me? So what I'm trying to say is like we gotta think about how we're moving about now. You know what I'm saying? We got to get to a point where the N word don't bother us no more. So like if you if somebody were to call,
that's what I be saying. You got to get to where that N word does not bother you.
Or any word, you know what I'm saying? What people say,
I'm
we
100%
can't give a fuck about what somebody thinks. You know what I'm saying?
Well, some things because we're human is going to get, but there's a certain thing about this N word that definitely needs to, people have to let it go, because you might really have an attachment to that word, and you're kind of being reverse psychology to not even accept that, when that might really be who the fuck you are. Like I said, there's so many words tied into the word Niger, Nigga, Negus, Nigera. Look from Nigeria, negus, nigger, negra. Because when Spanish people say black, they say negra, which means black. And you're in California, you're in Los Angeles, so you know when Mexicans say, "Hey, negra," they're saying negro. Black. Or even negro, exact, negro, negra. These are terms black. So nigger, nigga.
Necro.
Well, no. Necro has to deal with a certain type of philia. We gonna throw that one away. Don't attach necro.
But I'm talking about like necromancy. Necromancy is like has to deal with like working with the dark.
No, I know what you're saying. I'm just joking with you, but that's what I'm saying. Let's leave that one alone. Let's leave the negro, because when you start getting to that, then you can add the philias to that. You know what I mean? And then that's in that weird shit. So we'll leave.
Well, I mean that's part of the word game and the wordplay. You get what I'm saying?
And look at what it's attached to. Necro. So they attach it to blackness, void,
right.
A certain type of evil. But then look at black. That's exactly what black is. And so they get black, and then they attach it to what the Negro or the negus or the nigga is, or the nigger. And that's not what we are. We were a people. And obviously, them words are so tied into us. It's more words tied in with the N word than it is with any other language that you can use towards a person who's melanated. Am I wrong or right?
I would agree.
You're right. No, this shit is
niggas. You see what I'm saying? It's universal, and it all points to us. But African doesn't all point to us. Black doesn't all point to us. You know what I mean? American doesn't point all to us, although those of us born in America is born in America. But what I'm saying is that nigga, nigger, negus, negra, necro, all of these things are words that appear to describe who we are as a nationality. Now, again, this was Let's Talk About It segment, so we definitely were talking about a lot of random topics and whatever came about. Aaron, I do want to thank you for calling in. I do want you guys to go ahead and get a little bit more formed on who GMJ is. I do see Bluegrass. He did say something, or she, whoever you are, said something else. Everything NFAC is doing matches the UN Strong Cities Network mission statement. And then he says, I'd rather folks say it than hide it. Oh, yeah, no, I agree with you. I'd rather folks say it than hide it. And then as far as the UN thing, you know what? At the end of the day, again, here's my take on the GMJ thing. I don't call him an agent as far as a government agent, but then I don't deny that he's an agent by default, because I feel that when you try to do something, sometimes you can do it unknowingly, that you're doing something to where other people are going to latch onto that may not be in the best interest for you. And so you could be leading a lot of people into a burning fire trying to do something good. But at the same time, if you are leading a bunch of people into a burning fire and on the other side is freedom, and all you need is a more group of people to be willing to sacrifice, so that way those coming under them can actually see that water on the other side of the fire, then I see nothing wrong with that. But what I do see something wrong with is those who jump, cheer, parade, then fall back when the going gets tough, and then start picking out every single little thing they see when if they looked in their own home or even their own organization and see even worse? Are you guys' organizations better than the organization that everybody is shitting on? Everybody has something to say. Everybody seems to be out of the loop all of a sudden. But the name still rings bells. People are still bringing them up, but no support. So, did he do it for nothing? Was it all for nothing?
Weekend warrior, you know what I'm saying? Hey, but you know, people always you always gonna have your doubters, your haters, whatever you want to call them. No matter what you do, you know.
Most definitely.
To me, you know, the weekend warrior shit is bullshit, because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter how many days you out there.
Gotcha. Now, I will say this. The one thing I will get into and say that is kind of maybe controversial is the Masonic symbolism that I noticed with GMJ. Other than that, like I said, I have no real stance. I do admire the man on what he did, what I seen, and just the observance of the movement. And I just say, from what I saw, how far he stepped in so little time and was almost able to cross over to the finish line. I said, wow. Now, if this was a government psyop, well, then we've all been had, even those who didn't believe. Nah, yeah, you too.
I wouldn't say we've been had, because it's the movement is educating people.
Oh, I'm not saying
we've
been
arms
had.
And learn your rights and stand up, you know, for what you believe in. You know what I'm saying? With no fucks given. You feel me? So, you know.
No, got you. I'm one who's not saying that it was a psyop. What I'm saying is that if it is, for like everybody else is saying, then we've all been had. Because even if it was a psyop, if we all would have jumped aboard and moved, that's a lot of millions and millions of people that ain't no army going to go against. If everybody truly wants freedom, all they got to do is just get up and walk, holding hands. Think about that. We're about to go ahead and sign off. 5, you have anything to say? You know what? Before you do, Aaron, thank you for joining this conversation. Do you have anything to share with the people before we go ahead and move on?
Oh no, I'm good. You know, I appreciate the time to speak, and you know, I look forward to maybe calling in again in the future.
Appreciate that. But do you want to give the people anywhere where they can find you, who you are? You do anything that maybe
I'm
they
not
can?
On any. I'm not on any social. You can't find me on no social media. But you know, yeah, you won't be able to find me like that. It's not you. If you find me, it's probably not me.
Can they find you anywhere else? I mean, can anybody connect with you? I mean, you seem to be an intelligent, bright young man. I mean, how do they interact with you if they wanted to?
Well, I'm over here on most Fridays. Other than that, you know, I play games. My only social media I probably have, other than Snapchat, which I don't post on Snapchat, would be on Xbox. You know, you can find me on Xbox under the gamer tag FH space GUTTZ FH Guts. But other than that, that's where you find me. You know. For sure.
Man, I appreciate you for joining in on the conversation. And I look forward to you calling in, man. Thank you.
Yeah, that's what's up, eh? You know, this is 5, man.
Too, man.
Good looking on that call in, man. You know.
Thank you.
That's what's up.
For sure. All right, 5. You want to leave the people with anything before we get up out of here?
Oh man, just another chapter.
Episode 9.
Yeah,
Episode 9, kind of quirky. I don't know what to call this show because I don't know. We was kind of all over the place. We had a lot of different interaction points to where I don't know what kind of show this was tonight, but it definitely was a free for all. Kind of a open discussion. Yeah, let's talk about it. Conversation.
You don't get no realer than that, man.
Hey, man.
So straight up, dog.
This is news in the way new media talks about the news. We may fuck up, but we definitely going to try to get you the facts. I want to thank you all for tuning in. G's Mystery Show, Our World Revealed. Again, if you guys trying to get your music listened to, reviewed, send that in, gsmysteryshow@gmail.com. You guys trying to follow me, keep up with what's going on with me. 5, go ahead, head over there to G's News. 5, you on Instagram. What's your Instagram?
Oh, yeah. It's at 5_Dizzy.
How you spell that? Because, nigga, it's a lot of 5.
FIVE_DEEZE.
Facts. That's facts. All right, so you heard it there. Man, somebody said, Joseph, he said, shout out to my brother 5 for putting me on. He's speaking to you.
Oh, that's what's up, man. That's big man.
Oh.
What's up with it, Jay?
And what's up with it, Jay? He said you the big man, so I'm gonna say you the big man. What's up with it, Jay? You know what I mean? So yeah, man, we're gonna go ahead and sign off. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Make sure you guys tune in next week. Man, you know, it looks like, man, we just gonna be all over the place again. And with that, thank you.